Hello, my tea stirrers and my coffee drinkers and my lovely loves. Today is you listen to Natureboy or you're going to get sick. You don't want to get sick now, so you got to listen to Natureboy. So we're going to check that out. We're going to wait for a couple of people to get into the room. And if you're watching this on replay, you can skip past this grace period and go straight into the show. Hello, Annie. Hey, Ty. Hey, Rhonda. How are y'all doing? Hey, Red Queen 2. How you doing, love? If you don't listen to Natureboy, you is going to be sick. Because that's why everybody gets sick over there. Because they don't listen. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button as you guys come in. And if you're not part of the family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that before we even start. You can just click that right now. Oh, goodness, where's my glasses? I got them. But hit that before we even start. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. It's a regular weekend, baby. Regular weekend. Regular day. Half of everything is closed, and what you gonna do? Don't forget, if you like to come on up, come on up. Hey, Garcia, peace and love to you, darling. I fell asleep on you guys last night while listening. I was not going to be that long. It's not going to be that long. The purpose of last night was just to, I'm going to have to do that one over and just put in the piece where her mother says that she has the HIV. I'm just going to do that one over just with that clip. That was about. It can still be wonderful. You just have to think positive. Oh, it's still wonderful. It's just a regular day. Oh, you crocheting? How you doing, Black Jade? So we're going to get into this video. Remember, there's plenty of other videos, but this is Zoka's confessional. Why she keep having her breakouts and why her skin looks so terrible. So let's check this out.
I am so excited because the download I'm about to do, I just feel it. So I can tell you guys a couple months back, right, how my skin was all broken out, had eczema, dryness all on my chest, on my face,
Listen to this
around my eye, on my skin. I had eczema everywhere, they call it, right? And it truly, eczema attacks the healthy cells, right, in the skin, in the membrane. It's attacking the healthy cells and it's allowing a lot of irritation, and that's why you scratch and you itch it and it just seems like, oh, it's dry, it's dead skin, it's a whole bunch of dead skin, right? And I was really like, that time took I saw a lot about myself and how I can be pretty vain, and how I cared so much about how I was seen, how my physical was. And I was like, damn, like I'm looking like this every day. I got dry skin. This is what I'm not used to this. I've never looked like this in Babylon. Like I really was like, I've never looked like this. Why do I look like this now? Like, why is all this coming out of me on my spiritual journey? I'm like, I'm supposed to be glowing, beautiful, right?
You notice she said, I never looked like this in Babylon. Hey, little lady Solo. You notice she said, I've never looked like this in Babylon. Now watch how she justified why she looked like that. Because you know they think that we all stupid. They think that we all stupid. I got you, Ty. No problem.
Yes, you are, but toxins have to come out. Things that you have not ever acknowledged and understood about yourself is going to come out in your spiritual journey. Everything is not going to be peaches and ice cream, even though it will be at times, and appreciate those times that you have it. But you're revealing things about yourself that you've hidden, generational curses that you haven't even understood about your family. No one told you this about them. No one told you this about yourself. You're seeing things about yourself that's true in your chart, that's with you, and you're just like, wow, like literally, like it's 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 like the universe is showing you a pure mirror of yourself. This is what you gotta fix. This is your insecurities. These are your flaws. This is your generational curses. This is how you look for love. You fool yourself with boys. You're insecure in this area. You want somebody to love you when you don't love yourself. And all of these things are being faced with you. And at Mama Cookie's house, this is simulation, a setting. We're all in this small space. I was able to see myself so much in that environment. And in the States. So it's like Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm like, wow, like I'm in a small space. I haven't really had time to even be in the tropics. Um, and that's just how my journey was. But at Mama Cookie House, I saw a lot of myself. I saw a lot coming out when I wanted to hide everything. I wanted to conceal everything because all my life in Babylon, I was able to hide. I was able to conceal. I was able to use makeup. Even though I didn't have dry skin like that, I was still hiding things from myself. And in this environment on your spiritual journey, you cannot hide nothing from you because everything is supposed to be out. Everything's supposed to be open so that you can know what it is because you cannot kill what is concealed. We have to understand, like, okay, see this part of myself.
Hey, Shrimp.
I see this part of myself and I need to change it. If I don't like it, I must change it. But if you want to stay the same person, you want to cover, want to acknowledge it, you want to say, no, that's not me. I'm not like that. I'm good. I'm healed already. When in reality, it's like, no, you're not. We are here on a spiritual journey to heal ourselves, to know thyself. It's okay that you're working on yourself. So that whole time, I was kind of resisting the knowledge. I was resisting my purpose. I was resisting Babaji's words and not listening to my words. I was in complete resistance. Every time I was triggered or every time I had a negative perspective and someone came to give me the positive perspective from Solar, from Babaji to my sisters, I was like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. That's not me. I was in complete resistance. And eczema is you fighting the good cells. So I was literally a cancer cell fighting the good cells in my body. That's where all disease comes from dis-ease, from this.
I think that according to combination, we are all screwed. We are all screwed. Okay, darling. According to Natureboy and his camp, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, we are all screwed. Because if we resist anything that Babaji said, we all gonna get sick. We all are gonna get sick. You got that right. Kids make better when she hits about 31 and looks back at those 20, she's going to hate herself. Exactly. I wish I could be there to laugh. You'll be there. Let me give that to you now, original shrimp. So if we don't listen to Natureboy and we resist, I mean, the way they say it, we up shit's creek. We are up shit's creek. So let's finish listening to how we're going to get sick, guys. Let's finish listening to how we are going to get sick. Because we should all, none of us should be living. How do they know that no man has all that power? I don't know, Dev, but according to them, we got to worry about us right now. And according to their teachings, we all going to break out. Hey, Rose, we all going to break out. Our skin is going to change. We're going to have fluid in the lungs. All of this because we're not listening to Baba G, and we all going to get sick. Yeah, we're gonna show that. We're gonna show that, Lord daughter. We're gonna show that after this. Kanation was not listening to himself. And yes, honey, the mods did their thing. The mods did their thing. The mods, so they did their thing, and that's crazy how you could not like somebody and follow them into other people's chat and ruin their chat. Like you can't wait till like they go live and go into their chat. No, you go into other people's chat. So my mind's kudos to you. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Well, I'm trying to save your lives right now. I'm trying to let you know that you gotta listen to Natureboy before you all get sick. Because I don't want y'all to resist anything and be angry and stick up for yourself and speak how you really feel. Because if you do that, you're gonna get sick.
Comfort. It is not from being pleasant and joyous and having endorphins. It's cortisol. Cortisol is stress. I was stressing my own self out because of my viewpoint, of my environment, My environment is just me telling me the right thing to do. But in reality, I was resisting everything and everyone that was telling me truth because I wanted to stay in the demon. I wanted to stay in the negative perspective. I don't want to hear the truth. And you are triggered. You're like, I don't want to hear the truth. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm stuck in my perspective. You just want to express the demon, right? And every time I try to express the demon, it'll be like, what are you doing? You can't do that here. You can't lash out. You can't be angry. You can't just try to fight people. You can't just ignore people. You have to use the 3 C's: commit, communicate, and be consistent with what you're doing. And I was doing none of that. I was not living the knowledge that I spoke.
Living the knowledge now.
As an effect from my
get sick.
I started breaking out. My skin started breaking out. It started getting more triggered on triggered on triggered. Pressure on pressure on pressure. And I was like, man, I can't make no videos like this. But of course, I pushed past it and was like, you know what? I'm on a spiritual journey. I must, even though I look like this, I must still proclaim the kingdom because it's about me. It's my soul I'm trying to heal. I'm not on this camera for you. I'm on this camera for me. And as I help you, I help you. If I don't, maybe Baba G can. But
Lord,
that experience of seeing my skin like that really showed me, like, when I'm not in a healthy perspective, when I'm not thinking clearly, when I'm not using the knowledge, and I know I'm not, and I'm still resisting, I'm going to break out.
Really?
It's like irritation.
Really?
My eczema starts breaking out, and I'm getting dry skin. I start itching myself. It was far from irritation and me stressing myself out. I can hold a perspective so strong and be so deep in my negative perspective that I start to attack myself because everything is you in this reality, right? We're all mirrors. So if you're telling me a positive perspective, right, you're giving me light, you're giving me love, you're giving me understanding, and I'm sitting there like, no, because da-da-da-da-da, and I'm pointing a finger on you, I'm attacking myself. And whatever you say is, I hear the truth, but I'm holding on to the perspective, and it's blocking me. It's blocking myself from seeing myself, so I started getting irritated. I started being like, man, like, why am I liking like this? Why am I feeling like this? Simply because you have not sat with yourself, you have not self-reflected, you have been pointing the finger so long, and everything's pointing at you. You're unhealthy. You're looking unhealthy because your mind is your body. Your body reflects your mind. So through that whole process, and then I started healing after we went to jail because I actually got to sit with myself. There was only the woman in there, and I was like, wait. I was in a polygamous relationship. I was pointing the finger. I was not seeing myself. I was blaming everybody.
Nothing much, Rosie.
Looking at myself. And that's not the spiritual journey. I'm not supposed to be pointing the finger at you. And now I look at myself, I be like, damn. Keep that healthy perspective because you're going to be glowing, okay? Like, that's your trigger. Everybody has a little trigger warning to keep themselves balanced and understanding of where your mind is. Mine is eczema. Yours might be herpes. Yours might be acne. Yours might be hair falling out. Yours might be sleep deprived. It comes out in many ways. So listen to your body and understand that any disease is not truly a disease. It's a discomfort. It's a negative perspective. It's thoughts that are on an alchemy.
It's a negative perspective, y'all. So get out of that negative perspective. And how you know it's eczema? You ain't been had eczema. Now all of a sudden you're a grown lady, and now you got eczema. And this is what you lead us to believe. Yes, exactly. Sounds like Malaya. All of what she's talking about just can't be in your gene pool or just heredity trait. She's so smart. Dang. Exactly. If she would have had eczema, she would have always had eczema. Now, all of a sudden, because she's resisting what Baba G telling her to do, and being that she's pointing the finger instead of taking responsibility for herself, she has now now she developed eczema. So, and everything is different for everybody. So listen to Baba G now, guys. Listen to Baba G.
Of your mind's patterns, and you're going to have to beat these negative thoughts so that you can be healed, so that you can be glowing and vibrant and healthy. That's the only way. Like, I stand up.
No, it's Malaya, because the truth is not in her. It's Malaya. I renamed her Malaya. All she does is lie, and the truth is not in her. So it's Malaya. I thought you knew I renamed her.
I look at myself and I see, now this looks like a God that's actually applying the knowledge, that's actually living what you speak. Sometimes we can speak something and try to beat our demons, but at the same time, when we get triggered, it is time to apply. So whenever you see me being dried out, that's what it is. But thanks to Baba G, I have understood that true understanding of self is what you need.
Let's get these lights up, guys.
Here to proclaim ourselves.
Let's get these lights up, guys. Let's get these likes up. These likes is, we ain't got no likes here. What's up with the likes? Let's get these likes up. Can we get some likes, please? Can we get some likes? Can we get some likes? Come on, let's get these likes up some more. It's not even moving. Yes, we need a couple of more. We need 2 more. We need 2 more likes, guys. 2 more likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
To love ourselves through the flaws, through the dryness, through the negative perspectives we might have on ourselves. You must love yourself. You must give yourself the best. You must understand that it's me versus me. I have to heal me for me. I cannot heal me for you. I cannot love me for you. I have to love me before I can even love you. I'm doing this for me because I love you. Because I love humanity so much. I want to heal my body, my soul, my mind for myself, for the vessel that I hold, this body. Because in this body, in this vessel, is 50 trillion cells that think and think like me, that are me. So I want humanity to move on. If I want to heal my family's generational curses and family's disease, I must heal my first perspective. There is no disease that ever exists. Dogs don't have diseases. Animals are here talking about diabetes, heart.
What do you mean dogs don't have diseases?
Cancer.
Oh, God.
Cancer is Babylon. The tumors that we live in. All the squares, you don't see any squares in nature. No natural square. Everything is in circles, spirals, geometric shapes that are aligned with gaguts. And we must understand that our perspective of our environment reflects our behavior. Our perspective, our thoughts on our environment create a behavior. So understand that if you are triggered by something,
KG,
you don't just react from it. You just don't respond. You sit there. Why am I triggered? Let's analyze my mind. Let's analyze my negative perspective, or why I'm thinking this way about you, about the situation, about this environment. And let's make good proteins. This is how you start to heal yourself. Let's make proteins that promote health. Let's make proteins that promote light. Endorphins. Endorphins is a love chemical. It's a love hormone. And we must understand that if we spread positivity, light, love, true knowledge, nobody can ever be sick. Nobody is sick in carbonation unless we have a negative perspective. Unless you are holding onto your Babylon ways. These times, that's exactly what I was doing. I was Babylon. I was. And it takes for me now to see, like, girl, you don't break out. You don't look that way. You don't feel stressed. Stress is the cause cause of all diseases. Stress and mucus. I didn't have no mucus in my body really because I was grounded. I'm my grounding mat. But stress, I was stressing myself out. I was sitting there thinking about what if this ain't working for me. This ain't working for me. Oh my gosh, stop worrying. Stop worrying. Allow yourself to submit. Allow yourself to just be. Just be. Allow the universe, allow your plan to work as it's supposed to.
Oh, Lordy.
Don't try to control nothing. Don't try to force anything. Let it be. Sit back. Proclaim. Create. Express the knowledge. That's what you're supposed to do. It does not look good on you, boo.
Hey, Marquise.
Keep going. Just let the universe, let Allah take care of it. If you cannot deal with it, like Babaji says, take that hat off, set it to the side, and do what you have to do, and that will work itself out. That will be what it's meant to be. Everything is working for me. I love how it feels to apply the knowledge and to be my angels. But allow yourself to remember this when you are triggered so you can come back to this healthy space and this balance and this chi quicker. The quicker you think of healthy perspective, the quicker you can heal.
She's going to get in trouble for that.
So that's what I have to say.
She said Allah.
Like they have issues with their skin and just anything that's disease related or illness related. Think higher. Be better. Because you are great. God, they're only stopping you. They're only telling you to cover up with eczema. They tell you to put this cream on, a steroid cream that's actually called hydrocortisone cream. Not knowing what cortisone is. Cortisone is stress. Hydrate the stress. I just made that up. But let's cover up. Let's try to mute it real quick. Let's press the snooze button, but the alert is still going off on your body. It's still going off. And you must understand, like, wait, I have an alert going off. There's something telling me that something is imbalanced. That's what your body is telling you when there's an outbreak. Something is imbalanced.
Yeah.
Fix it so you can become balanced again. We're not supposed to be having diseases, but the hospitals tell you it's normal. Yes, this cancer is normal. Let's normalize cancer. What? No, nothing in nature shows signs of cancer or disease because nature understands it's the most intelligent thing. I have all that I need in nature. Why would I go to a doctor or a hospital for some medicine when I can find the perspective that's healthier and then add that with a herb? So a healthy perspective, a healthy environment, and maybe some herbs and good diet. That's all you need. You don't need any shots. You don't need any chemicals. You don't need anything to go in your body. You don't need no steroids. You don't need none of that. You will be healed if you put your feet on the dirt. If you eat from the earth, and if you think light as a feather, if you apply the knowledge and live it, the universe will open itself to you and be. You are God. I'm gonna move so I can not get my phone hot because I'm feeling good about this video. You are God. And the thought that you need something that is from nature but is genetically modified for you to change the way you think, to change the way you naturally are. These genetically modified foods, these genetically modified shots and steroids and medicines that they're giving you is all from nature. Why not just go to the source rather than going to the middleman that's just trying to use your energy and control you and to allow you to be manipulated by the sense that money rules all, when in reality, nature rules all, because from the money, from the system that they are, from their towers that they build, their tumors that they build, their food that they get, their medicine that they get, their homes that they built, is all from nature. Nature is a key sustaining factor of our life. Nature is God, but you're dismissing nature. You're going straight to the money, and the money does nothing for you but poison you, make you sick, cause stress, make you think you have to go out and go work every day. Go work for a job for somebody that's not even producing your dreams. Your dreams
hey,
are
lovely Trini.
Dead it. I had to put my dreams aside so my child could go to school and eat. How about you allow your dreams to manifest so that you can be a role model and a leader for your child? Your child is supposed to watch you. Your child is supposed to understand who.
Why are you mentioning the word child, girl? Why are you mentioning the word child? You mentioning the wrong thing.
For him to talk about me, but every time I talk about him, people want to call me like, I know, baby, you're not cool. Thank you. Thank you, Doreen. Period. But every time I want to bring up the conversation, I get a phone call like, "Oh, you wasting energy." Like I'm just over it. If I'm gonna waste energy, just fuck it. Like this. Thank you, Nisi. This app is all fun and games, so that's exactly what I'm gonna keep doing. I already showed you half the messages, but I ain't show you when he had texted me. So this weird ass nigga gonna try to call me a little ass girl. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Lizzie. Okay, so I can screenshot everything. I can send it to my. I don't know if you can really see it though.
What is that?
He sent me a video of some girl. He was like, "Damn." He was like, "Damn." I was like, "Damn." He was like, "That look like you." I'm like, "No, it don't." But I'm a little ass girl. But you look.
But who's the ass? What's the ass picture? What's that? That's you?
No, that ain't me.
I'm talking about right there with the blue panties.
Girl, no, none of these. I'm the blue.
Oh wow, he's weird.
Yeah, girl, talking about some that it looks just like you, girl. Bye. But all right, let me finish. I was like, I don't know if y'all can see. I was like, honestly, I like Efro the most. He was like, I want you to myself. No, he said you want me to yourself. And then he was like, ew, I don't like her. I said Efro.
One of the girls from Vigo.
I was like,
oh yeah, that's the one you sent me. I seen that one.
He was like, I was like, I don't know how to spell her name. I said I like her because her personality and she's cute. He was like, she's a thought. I said she's the best looking thing there now that Kevin left. He was like, I guess, but I am bad too. And I was like, to be honest, all of them. I was like, they all came there for one man. When he said she a thought, I said, to be honest, they all came there for one man, ended up with you. I said, you're Mr. Steal Your Girl. He was like, they don't know how to love until it's too late. But he was over there, he always want to pop shit about, oh, my wives are so beautiful, but you sitting there calling Aya ugly, but you swear up and down she's beautiful. You're a fake ass bitch, period.
Man, you show them girls what he be saying. Them girls probably gonna either stay or go.
That's a fact, but I got more. But y'all already know this part. He was like, I was like, I feel like you're bored of all of them. He was like, yeah, they was never my types, never. And I was like, yeah, the only real bad one was 7. She fine. He was like, I'll take you. He was like, I'll take you any day. But 7 is crazy, literally.
Girl, you think I don't believe you? You don't even gotta show me that, girl. You don't even gotta show me that, girl.
All right, let me finish.
I already know.
And then I said,
I already know.
You know how he want to talk about all that weave shit, right? So I sent him a picture with my weave, and he was like, Send it to 7. I should. I sent him a picture. Mind you, I had weave in my hair, and he know I had weave in my hair. He was like, I really wish you was mine. And then I just put a heart. And then I said, why you ain't follow my new page? 7 is crazy. He probably is crazy, but that's not his place to tell nobody else that. And then you know how
7.
said,
what you mean 7 crazy? Who is 7?
No,
Who is
look,
7?
on his page, he tried to play me and
who is that though?
7.
Who is that?
I used to talk to her. 7 is the wife that cut her hair up, the real pretty one. She was light skinned. But look, you know how he said he don't.
What do you mean the real pretty one? I don't remember her.
Look, you know how he said, "Oh, I don't." She was another potential wife. Yeah. So you know how he was like, "Oh, I don't call you. I call back." You're a liar. You called my phone. I text you. I said, "You okay?" I said, "You okay?" Question mark. He didn't text back. I said, "I'm on the phone with my mother." And then he was like, "Pick up, seriously." And I said, "I'm on the phone with my mother." But hold up. He was like, "Yo, really? Never mind, yo. But you said you don't call me. You're lying. You're a fucking lying ass bitch. You try to make it seem like you don't call me and you just call me back. No, my nigga, you was pressed for me to answer my fucking phone. Don't try to play me on your shit. Period." But anyways, I said, "You okay?" I said, "I'm on the phone with my mother." He said, "Yo, pick up. Seriously, you're." Yeah, her. That one. But you're a lying ass bitch. You try to make it seem like I was just calling your phone. No, my nigga, the phone works both ways. Don't try to play me, bro. Period. Because I was never pressuring nobody. The fuck?
Expose the nigga and show, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. All right, so let me read these messages. He texted me like good shit. I'm like, what? He like, what you told Liddy was right, period. I didn't text back. He said he took, look, all I texted back was with the 100. But look, he was like, took a lot of balls to do that, kiddo, respect. I put 100 emoji. Then he was like, you young, but you got a good heart. Keep going. Fuck followers. Keep it real with yourself at all times. He was like, I was just texting. He was like, I was just testing you. You failed the first time, but what you said today was dope. I give you that. Thank you, J2. First of all, my nigga, you mad fucking weird. Why the fuck are you even texting me after you was just talking mad shit on your fucking live about me, telling all your followers come unfollow me, all them lost ass, dirty ass, motherfucking stink ass bitches and niggas really unfollow me like I give a fuck. I didn't know you before this app. I was good before this app. I did not know you. The fuck, I don't care. Like, you don't mean shit to me, my nigga. Like, you act like
35
like he was
years
over
old.
there telling me he loved me and shit. Like, you're mad on your app. No, like, that's mad. Like, you're mad weird.
Yo, host, ain't Mason like 35 years old?
That's a fact. Yo, exactly 38. Like, grow up, you bitch ass nigga.
38 years old? How old is he? You should have did a panel.
Fuck it. So I was like, I'm not your friend anymore, but let's not act like we weren't friends. He said, I'm your OG. That's it, period. I was looking out for you. He was like, and Liddy out here telling people I have HIV. I said, well, do you? Question mark. And I said, explain an OG. He said, see, shorty, you dumb. Keep going. I said, nah, my nigga, you dumb. You definitely called me your friend before. He said, you can't be my friend. You're a little girl. So I said, hold on, I gotta go back to the other ones now.
I'm gonna drop down for me.
Okay.
Meditate next time.
To me. I said so now I'm not your friend because I'm a little girl, but you wanted me to be your wife. That's fine? Question mark. He said exactly. I said make it make sense. That's the screenshot for this one.
Word.
And then I was like, make it make sense. He said, you my young boy. You think you're grown when you're not. You're reckless and hard-headed. I said, yeah, you right about that. He said, look, I see ISIS. Like, I was over it. He said, I'll catch it. He said, it'll catch up to you. Humble yourself because you don't need correction. He said, remember, I was just trying to look out for you. But it's all good, though. You'll see after the smoke clears. He said, I didn't text back. None of these times so real high. I said, yeah, I do. I wouldn't care if you drop dead now. I said, but you stay coming for me. And I tried to stay my distance a little and let you see where I was coming from. But instead of instead of falling out, but you never respected my feelings like I respected yours. That's some fake and weird shit. He said, you wish death on my life. Wow, but you're forgiven, shorty. I said, he said, you bugging. I said, forgiven? I said, I don't need your forgiveness. I said, I always admit to my wrongs, period. He said, you have no OG, you bugging, no guidance. Thank you, Minaj. I said, what makes you any better than anybody else? I said, the way I hear it is you don't have no
Melon, too funny.
Who the fuck are you to judge anybody around or talk down on anybody? I said, you're very judgmental, and that's some bitch made shit. He said, I've learned the things you will find out the hard way. Always remember, a smart man learns from their own mistakes, and a wise man learns from others' mistakes.
I'm about to make a phone call. I'm gonna get back on here.
All right. It was just a whole bunch of bullshit, but hold on, let me go to the messages that really matter. Cause this nigga was trying to call me disloyal. He was like, just remember, as much hate as I get is as twice as much love that I'll get. He fucking weird. And I told him, I was like, that's your problem. Hold on, what I say? I said, that's your problem. You don't have control over me, and that's why you're mad. Like, the fuck? I'm not your yes man. Like, and you're fucking mad about that because I don't say yes, bye-bye, yes, bye-bye. Like, that's mad fucking weird. I was never a yes man, and you're mad about that. That's why you really, really mad, and you calling me disloyal because I'm not a yes man to you. You mad fucking weird. Like, you a grown-ass man, and everybody around you, you always want them to be a yes man. Well, you got the right bitch because I was never a yes man to nobody. Not no job, not no parents, not no family, none of that. Not no friends. I let people know when the fuck they wrong, and that's just me. Like, you got me fucked up, you fucking weird ass nigga. And then he was like, you my youngin', never forget that. You look up to me, never forget that. You need me. Without me, you're lost. You're here lost, B. I said, if you want to call, oh wait, let me start from the beginning. He said, all of you will bow down because I keep the G code. Y'all violating codes. I said, if you want to call somebody dumb, it's the bitches around you. He said, you my youngin', never forget that. You look up to me, never forget that. You need me. Without me, you're lost, B. I said, and that was those messages, which is true. They're fucking dumb. Ain't no way I'm about to be around somebody.
It's too much conversation for me. I understand what she's doing, but it's too much conversation for me. You don't want to talk to the man, don't talk to him. This is too much conversation to prove a point. Y'all know that man is evil. Y'all know the goddamn devil. What is the point of having this long conversation with the devil? I don't know. I do not know.
They telling me, oh, I don't want you, I don't need you, you're this, you're that. Like, come on, bro, you're fucking weird. I said, but they're dumb, whatever. He said, okay, exactly. Then say no more, we'll see. I said, we will. The fuck, it's time for you to bow down. Fuck out of here. He said, you don't need me. He was like, do you think your job needs you? Yet you cater to them. I said, nah, my job needs me. He said, your boss don't even need you. He said, why? Because you be fit from doing it, which makes no fucking sense. I said, yeah, whatever. You're right. That explains why I don't need you. He said, they benefit from you. Your job benefits from you. That's all. I said, Natureboy, a lot of shit you say and do is just not cool. And I admit to my wrongs, but why can't you? He said, because you don't know how you benefit from me yet. Your value system is messed up. But like I said, you'll see one day, youngin'. You don't know right from wrong. I said, yeah, neither do you or them bitches there. I have way more street and book knowledge than all of them. He said, no, you don't. I said, yeah, some of y'all, I'll give it to y'all. Some of y'all smart. He said, you don't move like you understand anything. They are under me. They are safe. You not. Your worst enemy is you. I said, yeah, what makes them safe? He said, keep going. I said, I'm more than safe. I'm protected. He said, we shall see. I said, is that a threat? My protection doesn't come from an app. It's real life shit. My nigga, everything he says, oh, I'm protected. My nigga, you're protected through an app. behind this app, if niggas really pull up on you, bro, you see how my family came when I was on live with you. You're mad fucking weird. Like, you know how my family coming. We from New York. You from Jersey, New York,
Zoka
whatever.
too.
You don't have real family. The fuck, my motherfucking people come 10 toes.
Grown women on here like Natureboy and Velvet. I'm not going with young as an excuse anymore. Zoka don't even get an excuse anymore. What Zoka did with that baby, she is now off the excuse list. She ain't getting no beans. Oh God, can we have some lights up in here? Can we get some more lights up in here? He really be trying to turn them little girl. Hey, Ann, I'm glad you're back. Ain't from New York. I don't know. The girl says she's from New York. He was born here. He was only born there. That's it. But he wasn't raised. He doesn't know anything about New York. But he was born there. Then he went to foster care or whatever the heck. But that conversation is too long. It's too long. Why do people spend their time trying to convince a narc anything? Not even Natureboy. Not even just a narcissistic person. If somebody have their mind made up, what leave it alone. Let them think what you think, all right, it's like, all right, see you. That's it. Too much conversation. He was not in no New York. I think they got it backwards. Zoka and I believe Velvet started on a true holistic journey, but this is ending. It's just too tragic. Too much.
Behind me. That's a fact. But yeah, I was just over it. I didn't know shit about this nigga until I started getting on his panels. Then I started, doing research. People would send me videos, and that's when I started really, researching about him. I watched all the videos with Young Pharaoh, all of them, and that's when I really knew. It was like, damn.
That's when
But I still ain't know about the touching kid shit until recently.
No, that nigga Natureboy got so much dirt on him is a shame, and he knows this too. That's why he always kicking niggas out the line and trying to protect them. That's why he got
facts, true essence. Because my family coming 10 toes, and if I tell my family from New York, they like, yo, this nigga have. When I was on his live, they was like, yo, this nigga say he from New York and he got a feather in his head. I'm like, yeah, he got a fucking feather in his head.
Niggas try to fight Natureboy, and Natureboy didn't want to fight them. Natureboy is not tough.
Bruh, I don't give a fuck about none of that, but he better know who the fuck to play with, because I'm not the one. Like, I'm really not the one. Like, I will really smack the shit out of him myself, and all them bitches with him. Like, that's how I'm coming. I should have fucking went to Puerto Rico. And this nigga, he mad weird. He was trying to get me basically to make Velvet mad. He was like, yo, you my type. Like, she'll be mad as hell. She see you here with us and shit. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Like,
I find it fucking crazy for him to be like 30.
Smack the shit out of his weird ass. Like, what you say?
I find it crazy for him to be 38. He's still trying to talk to 20-year-olds. Like something.
Too, but I get it.
You know what I mean?
Nah, that's a fact, but he's mad weird. Like, you want to call me?
You should never gave your number. How about that?
Call me this, call me that. I'm a little ass girl, but you was trying to talk to me, bro. Like, let's not act like you was not trying to talk to me. Like, don't try me, bro. And you knew I like bitches, and you kept trying. And you was like, every time I'm on his live, oh yeah, Fauna, she love my wife. Like, shut the fuck up, you bitch ass nigga. Like, you mad fucking weird. You don't even love your wives. So why the fuck do you think I love them so much? You don't even love them.
Niggas be fucking weird.
Facts. He really fucking did try me. He really did.
He's a fucking weirdo. Natureboy is a weirdo.
He is like how you try to bring me down because I'm educated. You mad because I graduated college, bitch? What? Like, but you want to talk about black queens? Like, come on, bro. You don't care. You don't give a fuck about black people. period. You say you want
to. I feel sorry for niggas.
All Nature Boy care about is niggas because he's black man is God. Black man is God. Like you want to suck
Shrimp, you ain't right.
That's why
Shrimp, you ain't right. We're not claiming
black
them.
man is God. I never talk about him say queen this. Oh, the black woman. Let's raise her to a higher standard than we do. I never hear him say shit like that. But he be ready to suck a black man's dick.
Hey, the nigga Nature Boy is a fucking weirdo, man. I'm surprised, even the people around, I'm surprised he got control of those people. Like, he just cursed out, what's that nigga True? He just cursed that nigga True out on live. Why? He just cursed the nigga out the other day. And the nigga True just say, oh, I'm sorry, master. I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, and then he, first of all, he stole like,
hey, baby.
I want to be like, oh yeah, she is my higher self. My nigga, no, he just want to steal y'all bitches, fuck y'all bitches all fucking day, and then pass them back.
Hey, boy, hey, love.
He's nobody's higher self, and for anybody to sit there and call that nigga they higher self is a fucking dick rider.
The nigga True is pussy. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no grown man gonna talk to me like that, and I'm just sitting
mad hungry. That's bruh. That's why that new bitch that went there, she didn't even want to eat her food because he does his food. Nah, fact. That's why that new bitch that went there, she didn't even want to eat her food because they know damn well Aya can't cook. That's no fucking seasoning.
She can't.
They're starving themselves. That's why Malia's sick.
Word.
Yeah, he is.
Isis
But that's why all them motherfuckers they're sick.
Black
Aya,
Somali.
like her fucking bone,
what up?
About to pop out her skin. Like, bitch, go eat. You fucking bony as hell. Like, you really a stick figure. Like when she was riding them skates in the house, I'm like, yo, them skates look like they heavier. They way more than her.
Boy, she sound really pressed. I hope she done got over it by now.
What happened was people on Hey JC and people on Beagle starting to find out about his lies. You gotta cut the you gotta cut the YouTube, mute the YouTube, baby.
I got it. I forgot.
Yeah, that's the purpose of this video. This particular video is letting people know. People on Beagle is starting to is being the same way. Even though he has more people on Beagle, but a lot of people are starting to learn him now.
Yeah, see, a lot of people on Beagle are not into the whatever cult shit that he's into. They just on Beagle doing their own thing. See, he's trying to get on Beagle, trying to make like everybody on Beagle is into what he into, but it's not like that.
Right. So he was trying to get this young lady to come there. And then he said some foul stuff to her, so now she's blowing him up. So now but the bad part about it is Beagle's going to turn just like into YouTube. So it's going to be a YouTube sector for Nature Boy, and then it's going to be a Beagle sector for Nature Boy. Nature Boy wins, and guess what? The people who does the sector wins also. Don't forget, if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. Let's get these likes up. And if you are not subscribed, please help this channel grow and hit that subscribe button like right now. I gladly appreciate it. Hit that like button. He kicked my butt out of Beagle. They all sick. It's going to show. Oh, no, you're going to see, and on the next video, you're going to see exactly what his face looked like. He looks terrible. He should not be in the light. XXX is mandatory to enter. Man or woman, I believe. Having a blank intercourse with whomever he wants. Not the feather. Hey, Heather. He looks really bad. But we're going to finish this one. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe. Let's get these likes up.
Your microphone is sounding a little bit cracky, Tony.
Mine's? It's still cracky?
Sometimes when you talk, I don't know what it is.
Oh, you know how these microphones and stuff go. It's still cracky now?
It just sounds like it's like skipping us a little bit. I don't know what it is. Like maybe I don't know.
Is it still skipping now?
Better.
All right. Because if not, I'll drop myself out and come back in.
Okay, I'll let you know. You good now?
When she was riding them skates, like you good?
Yo,
And Zoka
did
with
y'all
her
see?
fucking skin disease,
Oh my god.
huh?
Did y'all see when she had ran away? One of his wives ran away and went to the airport. And when he go picked up how he was talking to her, you was in that live that day?
No, she didn't run away. Malia didn't
Queen
run away. She
Shasha.
wanted to
throw you some
leave.
shields. But at the end of the day, Q came on and this nigga came. I didn't even know y'all was affiliated. And I don't want to get into all this shit, man. I came to throw you some shields. That's it. That's all I came to do. All this apologizing. I ain't into all of that. I came to show you love.
That's
Shorty,
another
that's
girl.
it.
But that's what people do.
And then
when
when I seen Monster, when I seen Monster come up, I was like, what, nigga? I'll show you love too. So I was gonna throw him some shields too, because I don't got a problem with him. I don't even know that man. So I was like, listen, what I'm about to do is go throw y'all some shields. I was gonna act like we fake beefing, and I was gonna throw you some love and bounce. That's all I was about to do. This shit turned into something weird, my nigga. I don't want to get into this.
Fake
cool.
beefing.
Can you put your pride
Fake
aside and
beefing.
apologize?
Apologize for what? I ain't apologizing for shit. I'm still gonna look out for you because you a knucklehead.
Okay, ain't nothing to talk about.
I'm not sorry for nothing. I meant what I said.
That's fine. Okay. Okay, then that's some fake
still look
shit.
out for you, though,
That's fake.
nigga.
I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that.
I'ma still look out for you.
sorry, but
I'm not
cool. I don't
listen.
need it.
I'm still look. I don't hate nobody on
That's
this channel.
not okay, but you.
If I see you,
That's
I still
cool.
throw you a shield, but I ain't apologizing for nothing.
Okay, I hear you, but you say you a man. Real men apologize for their wrong.
I'm a man.
What makes you a
apologize
man?
for what I did wrong. I ain't do nothing wrong. I ain't do nothing wrong.
You did. You say, okay, you just said you look at me like a little sister or whatever, but you dead ass disrespected and try to violate me. That's not.
How I disrespected you, shorty?
You dead ass right now. Do you want me to pull a YouTube video up?
Man, I ain't gotta put no YouTube. Tell me what I did.
Exactly. You try to play you try to play me. Talk about I don't fuck with that. You can't even apologize. You can't even be a man and apologize. But money is not love. I would rather an apology than money. That's a fact. And if you can't apologize, but you can take and throw me still, I want to be cool.
Fuck an apology.
I'm cool.
If I'm in the jam,
well then fuck your money.
If I'm in the jam and niggas still showing me love, listen, man. Listen, learn life, shorty. Listen.
No, this bullshit.
Yo, listen, shorty, listen. If I'm in the gym and the nigga show me love, that mean we ain't got no problems. Ain't nothing to say sorry about. Ain't no problem. If a nigga show me love, he still showing me love. That mean ain't no problem, my nigga. I ain't gotta apologize to you. I ain't got no issue with you. For what? If you in your feelings, be in your feelings, I'm still gonna look out for you. That's love, nigga. That's unconditional love. And all I'm saying is like, I'm still looking out like, yeah.
Stop the fuck up with the fake shit, nigga.
Yo, this nigga behind the cell phone getting tough, yo. You behind the cell phone, Liddy.
Nigga.
You behind the cell phone, bro. Calm down. You behind the cell phone. You behind the cell.
Coming over here doing that fake ass love, nigga.
Come through there, nigga.
Come through. Nigga. Fuck you talking about. Fuck you talking about.
My nigga, I'm not about to get tough behind it.
Apologize. Apologize, nigga.
Apologize,
fake ass nigga.
A flight come through, bro.
Nigga. Apologize. Apologize, nigga. Your mouth still small. Your mouth still small. Cookie face ass nigga. Cookie face nigga. Apologize. Apologize, nigga. I can take a fight,
behind the cell phone, screaming at his phone. Screaming at his phone, my man.
I really just wanted an apology. All of this would have been. All I wanted was an apology.
Apologize.
Screaming behind the phone. Pull up, my nigga. Stop talking.
Over here, goddamn.
Now y'all know a knock is not gonna apologize. A knock feel like they do nothing wrong. It was supposed to start out as a fake beef between everyone from Liddy to everyone, but somehow it gets deep. Apologize, boy. Hey, Dr. Mira, they going in.
Yeah, they want his head. That's why.
You know why I'm mad?
What'd you say, boss?
I was saying a lot of the guys now are seeing him for what he really is, and they calling him out. It's going to be the end of him real soon on these YouTube and Bigo internet. It's going to be over for him.
Even if it doesn't be over for him, he makes a community that, just like with YouTube, He's creating a whole community like he created on YouTube that's out to get him. That's out to get him. So his credibility is dropping and dropping, but you still got them sick, like we was discussing yesterday and every other day. You still got them sick-minded people that's just as sick as him. So they're never going to see that because they're sick too. They're never going to see how sick this man is because they're sick too.
Yeah, they special. There's some special ones out there that need some guidance, and they looking at this damn YouTube for guidance, and this damn fool is not nothing to be looking at for no damn guidance. He's the wrong thing.
See, our job is to wake up little kids like that who's not sick. Our job is to save the ones that's not sick so they don't go and send him his money. We're not going to stop his audience because his audience is just as sick as him. But we got these young ladies that fell for the okie doke until the truth came out. See, this is where we know we doing good. When you heard the first girl going off and she was like, I didn't even know. And then she started going through old videos, and now this girl, and now Liddy, and then a Fluid.
Arguing on the video. The T. Oh, I was reading the I'm sorry, go ahead. I was reading.
The T was arguing with who? Now we want to know.
No, I was reading, so it's gone now. I was reading in the chat.
In the chat?
Yeah.
I gotta go back now. Whoever wrote that comment, write it again. Write it again. Write it again. Was that the one that she had just did?
The what?
She did a question and answer one.
Oh.
Was it that?
Yeah. Like she did a long little paragraph. It was long. I couldn't finish it. And it's going slow, but I was trying to listen. You know how you be missing stuff. Boy, this is too much when you're trying to keep up with this. Because I'm not trying to miss nothing you say.
No, but I want to see what my audience say. And that's why I always say the T caps for Natureboy and Velvet. I unsubscribe. The guy, Sean, he did a video stating that Natureboy is evil. But at one time, Natureboy got in it. If you go back, this is what's confusing me. Because if you go back, the T was not capable for Natureboy. They got into it, and she did even the video, and she went at him. Maybe Velvet she capable for, but she was never capable
she
for.
Blocks women. She blocks.
I don't know what happened.
Who are you talking about? She blocks people who don't cap for Velvet.
For Velvet.
You gotta have one
mind over there. Yeah, I don't know what happened, what took place, but she wasn't like that before. But see, you gotta over here, we call it like we see it. Does that mean people is not going to change? People change. We just ain't see it yet. When we see it, we'll let you know. Right, boss lady?
That's right. That's right, Melina. She said, Natureboy sleeping with one eye open and one eye half closed. Let me find out that maggot is scared of the flies.
Remember, Shaka said, like I said, things done changed up. Things done changed up. I don't know about all of that because I know at one time she was going in on him. But we're going to let this argument finish.
Stop talking. You know where I'm at. You got my addy. You got my addy. You got my addy, right?
You running.
You got my address, right?
You a runner, nigga.
Liddy, do you got my address?
Yeah,
yes
nigga.
Or no?
Yeah,
all right, then shut the fuck up and make it happen.
Shut the fuck up, you fake ass nigga.
Shut up and make it happen.
You don't even know what's in store for you right
talking. I'm ready.
For you right now.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes, you are. You better
I'm
be.
ready.
You better be.
You better still here. You better come to me.
Here.
You better be. You better be, nigga.
Right.
You better be. You better be. beef. Cause I'ma slide your ass. I'ma slide the shit out your ass, nigga. And that's on everything.
Look, I don't care about none of this. All I want is an apology. I don't care about none of this shit.
You still part of Babylon, nigga.
I'm still here.
Part of Babylon, nigga. Them niggas over there breaking your downloads.
I'm still here. I'm waiting for you.
Nigga, so what? Yeah, I got
I'm still here.
I'm
still here. You don't got a problem with me.
Nigga. I got those too.
Problem with me, my nigga.
Bitch your ass, nigga.
I'm still here. Okay, you got my addy. Why you screaming on the phone if you got my addy?
I'ma slide your ass.
You in your emotions, my nigga. You in your
no,
emotions.
ain't nobody in no emotion, nigga. You ain't gonna
You
get
in
in
your
my head.
emotions. Don't make threats. Don't make threats. You gonna incriminate yourself. You're incriminating yourself.
Oh, wow.
You're incriminating yourself. You're gonna be live on YouTube. You're incriminating yourself. You're a fake criminal.
You nigga.
You're a fake criminal. You're a female. You in your emotions. Calm down.
I know.
Listen, you chew on your period.
I don't let you talk this fake shit.
You on your period. All right. Well, you just made a public threat, man.
Nigga, fuck you, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
That's right. You made a public threat. Oh, you tough.
The police, nigga.
Oh, all this clout.
Police, nigga, cause that's all.
All the clout.
Hey, Steve, Zoka, all y'all can stop talking to me in the chat. Period.
Yo, stop talking in the chat. Yo, what I tell y'all, chill out.
Don't comment in my chat.
Listen, man. Listen,
you fucking sad. Y'all sad. Y'all some sad ass, weak ass bitches. That's a fact. Y'all some sad ass, no ass bitches.
Goofy.
Zoka, laugh what you want. I promise you, if I was to ever see you in person, I would smack the shit out of you. You see, but I spit on your black ugly ass.
Hold on, Tony.
Yo, find a chill out, man.
I need to ask.
Well, tell them to chill out. Like, nah.
I did tell them to chill out. Yo, chill out.
Okay, well, they still talking, so you need to control your crowd.
Nobody talking no more.
Your puppets in the
Tony,
comments.
who y'all talking about in the
Your
chat?
puppets in the comments.
Oh, man.
The team.
Fuck out of here. You can never come back
Don't
to
let
New
these
York.
niggas
Zoka don't want to smoke with nobody, because she can't beat me. That's a fact.
Now,
This is clout. Come on, man.
yeah, it's a clout. Nigga, you do shit for clout every day. You
I got nothing on me.
I got fame. I got fame. This ain't clout.
every day. You
I got fame. This ain't clout. You don't say my name, you don't get no views.
That shit you speaking about is
You
on the
don't.
internet.
If you don't say, you screaming. You screaming. You screaming. You screaming.
Fuck you talking about, nigga.
You screaming.
Fake ass fucking prophet ass
You
nigga.
screaming, man. Sound like my baby mom.
Nigga.
You and your
So
feelings.
what I'ma do to you when I see you face to face?
You making threats.
Yeah, okay, so what? Call the police.
I'm not gonna call no police. You making threats.
Call them.
You making threats on a public website, yo. You know you.
Call the police. Pull up on your ass
Liddy.
and take you and your puppets away.
Oh, Liddy, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, yo. How long you had my address?
Liddy, what? Say
How
it
long
with
you
your
had my address?
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, nigga. Say it with your chest.
How long you had my address? How long you had my address?
Let's go.
How long you had my address?
Oh, don't worry about that, nigga. Don't worry about that. Just know it's in motion.
Royalty.
Okay.
Just know it's in motion.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, I know you can't wait.
I can't wait.
I know you can't. I'm gonna wear gloves.
I can't wait.
Because I know you've been infected.
Wow.
I'm gonna wear gloves when I beat your ass because I know you've been infected.
We're gonna check that out later.
Liddy, you not gonna do nothing, Liddy. Liddy, you not gonna do nothing, Liddy.
Where was all that energy when you was talking to Flu?
Yo, Liddy, I'm gonna be real with you. Yo, Liddy, I can't scream at this phone, Liddy. I can't scream at this phone.
Listen, hold up. I'm gonna stop screaming. Stop screaming. Where was all that energy at when you was talking to Fluid? It sounded like you was copping a plea.
Look, listen. I think Fluid. Listen, you wanna know the truth? You wanna know the truth? Listen, let me talk. Let me say something. Listen, I think Fluid would knock me the fuck out. That's why. I think I'll beat your ass one-on-one, nigga. You would have knocked me the fuck out. I know. I've been around. Hold on, let me talk. Let me finish talking. See, I was there. See, listen.
I beat your ass in front of
you're not gonna let me talk. I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
They come in with me.
All right, so listen. Okay, now listen. Let me say this. Okay, now let me say this. Listen, don't interrupt me. Watch this. See, look. See, in real life, I've been around dudes. So at the end of the day, when it comes, go ahead. You can't even hold your water. Go ahead.
Because you're not a real nigga. I'm not not letting you speak.
You acting like a female. You can't even stop talking for a minute. Hold your water, man.
Yeah, because nigga, that's what you do is talk. That's
you're emotional. You're emotional.
That's all you do is talk.
Calm down. You're emotional.
When TKO had that chick over there,
you're emotional.
How did that feel when he cut you down, nigga?
You're emotional.
You ain't had nothing to say. What about that chick the other night that hit you up on your motherfucking live, nigga?
You sounding like a female.
That white doctor was fucking you in your ass, nigga.
You sounding like a female. You gossiping. You gossiping.
Yeah, I'm gossiping. I'm gossiping. I got it on tape. You want me to play?
You screaming.
You want me to play?
You and your emotions. You and your emotions.
You and your emotions. You want me to play? You want me to play?
You want to play? You want to gossip?
You want me to play it?
I don't want to gossip. I just want to talk.
Nigga. All you do is gossip, bitch ass.
Y'all won't let me say nothing because you know I'm powerful. You won't let me say nothing.
You ain't
then let me talk then. Let me talk then.
No, let me talk. Let me tell you something. You told everybody on the panel that they gotta be blessed because they in your presence. Nigga, you ain't no God, nigga. The fuck is wrong with you? You bleed and shit and eat like us, nigga.
Thank
the fuck
you.
is wrong with you?
Hello.
Why would you have to say that?
What you mean?
Yo, listen. Yo, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do.
Hold on, Master. Hold on, Master. Hold on, Master.
Hold on, Liddy.
Hold on, Liddy. Like, calm down, God. Calm down.
Master, what you say, Master?
Hold on. Let me say 3 words. Because y'all won't let me talk. Let me say 3 words, yo. You on the panel? Let's talk. Let's talk like men. Let's calm down first of all. You feel me? Because we men, we got these cell phones. You scream about yourself. We wasting energy. Don't waste energy. We're gonna be men. Listen. All this threatening over the phone and that illegal shit. Listen,
gaslighting.
You ain't gotta do all that, man. Don't never let nobody know what you about to do, man. You just do it. That's number one. Hey, yo, hold on. Let me.
I want to hear what Master gotta say. Master, what you about to say?
All right, well, I'm gonna lead in. If you ain't gonna let me talk, I ain't gonna me being here. You ain't gonna let me talk.
You said 3 words.
Bye.
Yeah, but y'all not letting me talk though.
Bye.
Go ahead.
Like, look, listen, let me. All right, watch. Y'all gonna cut me off when I start talking. Y'all can get your emotions and cut me off. Watch. So listen, at the end of told you. I told you, man.
Go ahead, talk. Okay, go ahead.
We men, listen, and listen, we men, yo. We men. We gotta control our emotions. You feel me? We can get emotional, you can get passionate and all that, but control your emotions. You behind a cell phone, you screaming at a phone. All that's for clout. All that don't matter for nothing. Like, you gonna do what you gonna do. Be quiet, move, and move when you move, and don't let nobody know when you gonna do it. It's how men move. Don't get online behind a cell phone and tell the whole world what you about to do. Just do what you gotta do. What happens? So let's stay calm. Let's smile. Let's be gentlemen. Right? We got ladies in front of us. Let's be gentlemen. Don't warn me, because then you warn me, I'll be prepared. If I go to a country and I tell them I'm going to attack them, they'll be prepared. Don't let me prepare, because if I prepare, then you might not be prepared for what I prepared for. So you told me you coming. Now I get to prepare. Unlucky for you, I get to prepare. That's not a smart move. If you're going to get me, come get me. Don't tell me you're going to get me. And on top, and to give it back to y'all, look, when you around men don't gossip. We don't talk about he said, she said, let me show you the receipts and all of this stuff. We don't do that. We don't talk about other men for nothing. Why? Because I ain't got to put nobody else's light out for me to shine.
Alright, I'm about to let you Monster.
As far as Monster go, I don't got no problems with that man. I don't know that man. If he want a problem with me, it's on him. I don't know him.
Listen, I don't
know him.
Listen,
real men talk to each other. Me and him.
I ain't saying none of that. Hit me up. Can I talk now?
That's a fact.
Can a Muslim man talk now?
Go ahead, go.
So put it like this. The only why I say I'm not fucking with you, respect my niece, right? And I live by morals, right? So I can do it like this, right? You can send me your addy, right? I can fly out there tomorrow. We can shoot the fade like a man, and we can move on. I can fly out tomorrow morning, so we can shoot the fade like a man, because we both from Harlem. And I can leave. We can do that. I can fly out tomorrow. All you gotta do is send me a location. I'll book a ticket right now, and I can come out there and we can shoot the fade. That's all I ask out of you, bro. Like you said, we both men. So I want to do it like that. And I won't bring nobody. I just bring myself. What you think about that, bro? I'm not gonna threaten you. I ain't gonna do none of that. I'm talking to you as a man. You a God, and I'm your disciple. So let me do what I gotta do to you.
You his disciple?
That's what he said. I'm saying let me shoot the fade with you as a man.
Oh man,
I didn't know he was still muted.
If I get you, I get you. So let's do it like that, bro.
I didn't know he was still muted.
Let me respond to what you just said right there, King. Let me tell you something.
I'm not here, King.
I can't beat every man in the world, and a lot of men want to fight me right now and kill me. You understand? Many men. Hold on, let me finish.
You hit a woman.
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dogs, and I can't see.
Oh God!
I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and niggas trying to take my life away. Listen, man. Listen. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Send the
Let me finish. Hold on, King. Hold on. I got you.
Don't make it a long speech either.
I'm not gonna make it a long speech. Listen, baby, listen. Feel me? We from Harlem, right? I can't beat every man. You's a big ass nigga. You probably knock me out, my nigga. I can't. You and Fluid. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might have a hard time with y'all niggas.
Yeah, he feeling now.
Like that. Y'all niggas is big as shit. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh,
but I
God.
will shoot the film with religion. I think I can.
That's not fair. So you only go shoot the film with somebody you think you can beat. That's not fair.
I don't feel like I could beat them.
That's not fair.
I feel like I could beat Liddy up. I feel like I'll whip that nigga ass.
I'm used to Liddy, but you're not ready.
I'm gonna be all the way honest with you, man. Listen, the Fluid and fucking Monster, I'm not fighting them niggas. Them niggas gonna get poked up and shot, nigga. I'm be honest with you. I want the fair one with Liddy.
Ooh,
I'll knock Liddy the fuck out.
That's on everything, nigga. You can't
That's on everything, nigga.
You can't have it. Just be right.
That's it. That's all I can do. If y'all niggas attack, if Monster come after me or Fluid come after me, all I can do is poke a nigga. So all I can do is shoot a nigga or poke a nigga.
Wow.
You gonna poke a nigga? The only way you poke a nigga.
That's all I can do. I'm gonna be honest with you, nigga. I sized the niggas up already. Them niggas is too big for me to be shooting a fair one with.
But I'm not gonna lie. That's some pussy shit. When you said you shoot the fair one.
I'm a pussy. Let me talk. I'm not in the UF. I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a psychologist. I'm not physical fighting people. I'm not in the UFC. I'm not.
Yo, hear me out. You from New York?
I'm pussy. I'm pussy.
Yeah, you pussy. Alright.
Then I'm pussy. I'm pussy.
So hold up.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
What I eat.
Can I say something? Fine. Can I speak real quick?
Go ahead.
So listen, bro. It doesn't matter how big you are. Nothing. We both from the streets, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's some pussy shit. You can't pick and choose your battles.
Nature boy, let me finish, bro. Nature boy, let me finish now. I'm
Go ahead.
You from the streets, right?
That's a fact.
And I'm from the streets, correct?
That's a fact.
You okay? Me shooting the fade. I'm bringing myself, bro. I'm not bringing none of my homies. I'm bringing me. You got your people out there already.
Right.
I'm coming like a man.
I heard you.
Hey, y'all need to throw hearts in the comments because my page is being recorded. So make sure y'all throw hearts.
I'm not bringing no niggas. I'm bringing me by myself.
Make sure y'all throw hearts. Whoever throwing anything but hearts, y'all getting blocked.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Monster. If you show Monster. We from the hood, right?
Hey, let him finish, Nature Boy.
I want to respond when you done.
That nigga ain't man. That nigga from
Yo, Liddy, let Monster talk.
You was raised by white people, nigga.
Go ahead.
Fuck you talking about, nigga.
Come on. Go ahead, Monster. Come on. Kitty. Let Monster talk. Go ahead, Monster. Go ahead.
Out of here, nigga. Fuck you.
Go ahead, son. Go ahead. Hurry up. Come on. I gotta go. I want time. Come on. I gotta go.
When I knock you out, I'm gonna knock you out on camera, nigga. When I knock
right, good on Instagram.
Alright, Monster.
Tell you what
Monster, go ahead. Yo, let Monster talk.
So put it like this, right?
They're not talking. They're arguing.
Put it like this, though. You have your disciples over there, right?
That's a fact. What's up?
So, okay, put it like this. I take 3 of them on. It's just me, bro.
Nah, we not fit for that. We not fit for that.
Listen, son. Somebody gonna have to wear an ass whooping, bro. You said you won't fight me. I respect that out of you. I respect that.
No, I don't respect that. I'm sorry.
Hold on. One of your disciples.
Hold on. You ain't gotta respect me. Okay, listen.
Listen.
Then I gotta tell you this. Fam. I gotta tell you this. If you come to my house, you are not gonna see the sun of day, bro. Again, I'm telling you, bro. I'm not fucking you, bro. That's not a threat. That's not. I'm self-defense. If you touch my property. If you touch my property, that's it, bro. Your life is over. You touch my property,
listen, hold on. Mute the panel real quick.
You can honest with you, bro.
All right, okay.
So you touch.
Hold up. So no, like I'll meet with Natureboy real quick. Natureboy, I'm gonna put it like this right now. I'm gonna put this. You said if I touch your property, my lights out, right?
Yes, yo, listen. If you come on my property, I'ma off you, my man. I'm not lying to you.
That means you gonna pop my top, right?
That's all my daughter. That's all my daughter life.
Put it like
my daughter's life.
Now listen.
I'm not playing with you.
Listen. Now, okay. Put it like this, bro. I know where you at. Okay, hold up. Now let me finish now.
Clown. This nigga is a clown.
I'm not letting you know how to self-defense. You pull up on my property,
nigga. What you
shut the fuck up, nigga. You shut the fuck up, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
Let me talk to you,
about, man. You talking too much. Just do what you gotta do, nigga.
Too much.
Run up, nigga.
Run
up.
I'm gonna make a phone call today, right? I'm about to make a phone call right now and call my niggas over there where you at. Then let's see what you do. Cause you playing gun game.
Wow. You're looking now. Okay, you're gonna call.
I know where you at.
What happened to you pulling up RoboCop?
I got the Addy already.
What happened to you pulling up RoboCop?
I'm gonna call some of my goons.
Right.
I'm gonna call them up. Now listen, come on my
anybody that comes on my property gonna have an issue. That's all I'm saying, dog.
No. I'm saying, dog. Kill me, right? Now,
listen, man. I said if you
go kiss your kids, nigga. Go kiss your kids, my mom. And on blood, nigga, you gonna get your ass whooped today. On blood, everybody in here, you gonna get his ass whooped today. That's on my set, nigga. He's done. Fuck wrong with this nigga? Might as well shoot the fame. And y'all follow this faggot ass nigga. Y'all say he's a prophet. Y'all say he's this. This nigga's a bum. I just called him out. What'd he say? I'm too big, right? But y'all follow. Y'all say he's God. Let me camera because I'm sexy. Y'all say this nigga God, but y'all follow this dumbass nigga. And we both from the same hood. Are y'all fucking kidding me? That nigga ain't no fucking. He ain't no fuck. I just called him out.
Lady.
And y'all niggas still calling this nigga.
He a coward.
You know what? Nobody wanted to hear what he had to say. He had to hang up.
He a coward.
But y'all motherfuckers need to grow the fuck up. So now I'm gonna get his ass whooped today in Puerto Rico. Y'all niggas, all y'all niggas be talking. I'm gonna do my shit. Nah, you say gonna kill me, so I'm gonna get him today. I'm gonna get him today. I don't want to talk.
You ain't gonna do nothing, but it sound good.
You can try and read my lyrics off of this.
He ain't gonna do nothing, but it sound good.
He gonna sit up there and hang up after nobody didn't want to listen to him like a little baby. You see, he said, wow, you guys, and we want to be friends, and come on, let's be friends, guys. Oh, my brother said he was supposed to have. My brother said he thought he was gonna have some ammunition for him, but he didn't.
But he keeps saying my property. That's not your property.
He has no property. He is living on people's land.
And what if that man who owns that Airbnb didn't give him permission to have any type of weapon? Now look at this man's face. Look at his face. He believed that. Oh, look at his whole face. I see his face.
Oh yeah, he looks slimy like a snake.
Yeah. I see like right above his eyebrow. You see how oh
my gosh, he looks like he is just like he just can't sleep or nothing, like he just hanging around. He just looks nasty.
I wish I could make it bigger. I wish I could make it bigger for y'all so you can see. It's like really bumpy, like you said, like a snake.
KG, they at the Airbnb is put on another video They know where his Airbnb is already.
Yes, by name by Mr. Garcia owns that. Remember, guys, if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. If you're not part of the family, please hit that subscribe button and join the family. You see, it's back to being nice and peaceful, right, boss lady? Because yesterday was crazy.
Man, yesterday they thought they was gonna come over here. They thought it was gonna be one of them things where they come over here and say something. Boy, they was got shot up so many times. They probably still laying on the ground.
For real, that was crazy. My thing is, if you don't like somebody, how do you follow them to other people's chats?
And follow him everywhere. Not just follow him, follow him everywhere. It's crazy.
If you don't like her, how do you follow her to every chat? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, that poor lady. That was sad how they was coming over here trying to talk about how they didn't like her for whatever reason. That's really sad for people.
And then, you know me, there's somebody was like, oh, well, she turned on you. I'm like, well, hold up. See, I know how to, I remember I deal with people on a regular. People, I deal with people with a regular, I deal with politicians, I deal with all of that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I know how to deal with people. I'm not a kid, so anytime I talk to somebody, it's going to be an adult talk. See, that's why people get trapped off up in here, because they forget they're adults and they have kid conversations. Well, let me text this, and then this person. No, we ain't got no time to text if it ain't about business. So, you know, but people, instead of people listening to the information that she bought, she bought some good information. Nobody else has that. I'm gonna put that clip up there again. Nobody has that info, but they heard the info and they'll, hey, Rocky. And
well, it really seemed like it was a lot of his little followers, mostly that were mad at her, and then it was like some people on Bigo and all that different stuff. On Bigo is different. They be really going crazy and doing all kind of wild talking over there. They say what they want, go crazy on whoever they want, cuss out who they want. They just do stupid stuff over there. So they be doing she was messing around over there. It's rough.
Yeah, them mods went overtime yesterday. They worked overtime yesterday. Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you. Thank you, mods. We're on it.
All right, let's start this video. Then I'm gonna try to go into the T and see what y'all
Tony,
talking about.
I'm gonna switch my phones over, so when you see me click out, I'm gonna click back in on a different device.
All right, baby.
Okay.
One physical shot that we're given. I think we're here to bring glory unto God in all of the things that we do and in the things that we say. I think that we're here to live successfully on every level of our lives. That's what I believe. To bring him glory. And in bringing him glory, I'm automatically going to be elevated.
Now explain what it means to
she give come back anytime glory. She wants to, loyalty.
To give him glory, I would say to give him reverence, to give him
and then how can we give him how do we give him reverence?
I think we give him reverence by making him a part of our daily life, our daily decisions. You don't ask God to help you and you ain't involved in him. You know,
okay, so wait. We're separate of God.
You should be asking God for help, period.
Wait, so Lola, wait. So we're
that's people's problem now. They try to live independently.
Lola, can you hear me?
I'm here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear. There's a little lag, but it's okay. I'm here.
Okay, Lola. So God is separate from us.
I think that too often we try to live independently of him. I would say that God is separate in the fact that I'm not God, but I am made in his image and his likeness. He told us to be gods on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I am one with God in the fact that he's inside of me. The Holy Spirit leads and guides me. He actually even goes before me to prepare the way. Right. Even if it's tough or even if it's easy, I believe I'm being guided. I don't believe I'm making my own choices, because if that's the case, there would be no need for me to depend on nothing higher. It would just be me.
Okay, so I got a question now. That brings me to my next question. That brings me to my next question.
I'm listening.
Right. My next question is,
sir.
My next question is this. If that be the case, when God created us, did God know what we would do before we would do it?
Yeah, God definitely sees the end and the beginning. That's why God has a plan of redemption. See, he always had that plan.
Okay, well, my next question is then,
yeah,
did God create evil?
I do believe that, yes. There's even holy anger. I have the right to get upset. The Lord says, be angry and sin not. See, the sin is when you get angry.
I never said anger.
Negative.
I never said anger.
But I believe everything is.
I never said anger.
No, that was just an example. But yes, that was just an example. But I do believe all things come from God, good and evil. Yes, sir.
Okay, so God created good, God created evil.
Okay, KG.
So let me hold on. God created good, God created evil. God created all of our choices.
Damn, Tony.
I don't believe that. No.
God
I believe that we were given a free will.
Hold on.
I believe that we were given a free will.
Hold on.
No, I don't believe that.
Hold on.
Y'all see how bad his face looked?
God didn't create our choices?
No, he did not. I believe that God allows certain things. See, God don't want robots. God wants you to love him because that's what's in your heart. We ain't got no robots around here. I don't even want a robot. You think I'm going to create something and force it to obey me? If that's the case, why would Satan be out here? Even Satan have a choice.
Wait, hold on.
The demons used to be the demons was angels before that fact.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Lola, hold on, Lola.
Free will.
Hold on. So God doesn't create our choices. Who creates our choices?
We do. I believe that God knows what we're going to do. I believe he sees the end in the beginning, but I don't think he literally.
So wait. You said. Whoa, Lola. No. Hold on, Lola, because now you're confusing me. Because you said.
No problem.
You said God created all things.
Yes.
Now did God create all things except for our choices?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. You just said God.
What I'm saying to you is that God has given us free will. But I am saying that all things, yes, we are all under. Well, allow me to explain. I understand what you're saying. I see where you're going. That's fine. Well, allow me to explain. I see where you're going. Okay. I believe that choice is a choice. I really do believe there is a choice. Because if there was no choice, how would there be reason for laws in this world? If everything is just supposed to go according to plan, there would be no need for laws.
But who created those choices? Who created the choices?
That's hardwired in.
Who created the choices? Lola?
We do by the things that we're presented.
Wait. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example, Lola. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
The Garden of Eden.
Okay. Yes, sir.
There's a tree of knowledge.
Of knowledge, right?
Right?
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah.
And then there's all the other trees. You're telling me that we created the trees when God said, don't eat of this fruit. I thought God made the choices. I thought God...
He made the trees.
But wasn't that the choice?
I mean, now don't trick me. Now don't try to trick yourself.
I'm not trying to trick. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm asking you. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm being.
If you're gonna bring, all right. Well, let me.
I said, does God create?
Let me answer then. Let me answer.
I said, does God create the choice?
God created all the trees.
Hold on now. Hold on.
God created all the trees.
Lola, you can't talk over me.
He created them all.
I'm not. Listen.
Because you keep telling me something.
Hold on, Lola.
Something, but I'm not saying that.
Hold on, Lola. Control yourself. Control yourself. Control yourself. You said, and I asked about 3.
You gotta be fair to me, though, bro.
I am being fair. I asked you 3 to 4 times, and you said clear out that God does not create the choices, that we create the choices. I asked you 3 times.
Okay, right. And let me prove it to you. You said it yourself.
Why are you trying to say that I'm tricking you?
I can prove it. You said it yourself. You said it yourself. I can prove it to you. You said it yourself. You just agreed with me. Let me tell you something. In the beginning, God created all of the trees, right? And he told them, do not eat of it. He gave a choice on whether to eat of it or not. He told you don't eat of it. He said, I have created every tree in this garden, but this one tree, the knowledge of it, you ain't ready for it yet.
Can you stop explaining that part? Can we just,
that's why he kicked them out of the garden.
Right. What I'm saying to you is, I asked you a simple question and you giving me a story. I'm asking you.
And I responded.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you the question again.
You're not responding to that.
I'm going to ask you the question again. Does God create our choices?
Yes, sir. Ask that.
Okay, now you changed your answer.
No, he does not. No, he does not. No. But he created the trees and give us the choice. He created all the trees and said you have a choice. He said, don't do it. He said, I created it, but don't do it. Don't.
Right. Okay. So
now.
Listen, Lola. You're saying the same. You're saying yes and no at the same time, Lola.
No, I'm not. You
Lola,
are.
It's a simple question. Lola, please.
I'm very clear.
Please, Lola, listen. Lola.
I'm very clear.
Lola, it's not very clear. Listen, Lola, listen to me. Listen.
It's clear to me.
I can't even have a conversation with you, man. You should have said. I really can't have a conversation. I can never get an intellectual conversation because as soon as I start questioning people's theory, they get nervous. They start getting upset. I'm asking you to please remain in control while I'm asking you these questions. I asked you a simple question 3 times. You said that God does not create our choices. Then I gave you an example of what I meant. Then you said no. He doesn't. He said, okay, I'm asking you again. If God doesn't create the choices, then who created the tree of good and evil?
The Lord did. We disobeyed his direction. He never said, go ahead, I've created every garden. He literally said, I created every
Lola, you're talking so fast. Lola, you're talking so fast that you're not even hearing what you're not even listening. You're talking so fast, you're not even listening to what you're saying.
That's what's up. All right.
Lola, you talking so fast that you not even listening to what you're saying, Lola.
And you're not even listening to what I'm saying. At least I'm giving what you're saying some thought. At least I'm actually.
No, I'm listening to what you're saying, Lola. Lola, I'm the one asking you the questions. It's either does God create the choices? I never asked if God make the choices. I said, does he create the choices? And you said no. Lola, I said
because you're not speaking in the text of free will. You're not speaking in the text of free will. I say yes. I say yes. God created all the trees. So that should answer that right there. So we should move on. I say yes. God created all the trees. So we just established that we're talking about the same thing.
Now we're not talking about. We're not just talking about trees here. We're talking about all
whatever it is. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. I think things. All things, honey. I don't think anything is exempt from that. Seriously. No,
okay, now you're saying something different.
That's what you say. That's what you say. I don't say that though. I don't feel that way. I don't.
Lola, you moving so fast. You moving so fast. Lola, you moving so fast.
Lola holding her own though.
I don't even hearing what you saying.
It's okay. It's okay.
You
don't have to, like I said, you don't have to. I had 2 dogs, bro. Say I had 2 dogs. 2 dogs. That's my dogs, right? And I tell my 2 dogs, this is the way I want y'all to operate. Now, my dogs got a choice on whether they can listen to me or do their own thing. It's just that simple. And if you do what I say, then you got to get out and you
right. I'm asking you, and this is, I guess this is what I'm asking you from a dog perspective. The things that you told your dogs not to do, did you create those things? That's what I'm saying.
Did I create those things? That's like saying that I trap my children. So you saying I'm trapping my dogs then? If I wait, that don't even make sense. There's enough power out here to make a choice.
Thank you, Beck.
How did Satan get to make a choice then? So you're telling me that there's not another choice? There is another choice. You choosing what you choosing, huh? They got Islams, they got atheists, they got people that don't believe nothing, bro. Absolutely. They don't believe in the heaven or hell to put them in. And they tell but they wrong. And when they die, they gonna see the truth. Just like you will, just like I will. Now I hope that's clear enough for you.
That ain't even what I'm saying, man. Let me ask you this. Exactly. Please just go, because you can't. You see how people mind work? You see how you just did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Wow. That shit is crazy. And yo, that is and these is grown folks. This how they mind work.
So stupid, he dumb as a rock. Oh my god.
What happened?
He is so fucking retarded. Oh Jesus.
What happened?
This nigga is dumb as a fucking rock. Somebody please stop him. For yesterday.
Explain.
What happened? This nigga is dumb as a fucking rock. Somebody please stop him.
Explain.
He's just retarded. He can't understand nothing. He heard what the lady said, and then he's gonna try to switch her words around.
Exactly, but she was holding her own.
And then tell her that she wasn't listening to. She gonna say he gonna say did she create what the dogs weren't supposed to do? Nigga, what kind of dumbass shit is that?
He's always trying to justify him. And he always trying to find ways to justify his actions. But at the end of the day, regardless of which way God chose to do it, you ain't God. You ain't God. All right, let's go.
The mind is crazy, bro. People's psychology is crazy. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. Completely unreal.
How you doing?
I'm getting it together over here, man.
Oh, his face looked terrible.
Did you see what just happened?
Yeah, she was confusing me too. She confused me too. I ain't know what to tell her. But I need a little relationship advice. Can you help me out?
Maybe.
All right. So, I'm big on polygamy. I believe that it works if you know how to work it. Okay. So, me and my husband, we had a wife. We had to get rid of her. She just came with a lot of extra stuff.
You don't get rid of a wife
drama
after you marry.
And at the end of the day, I just believed in my heart that she was tarnishing my character. You know, when people start saying that I'm doing things to you that I know that I'm not doing to you. And I'm treating you a certain type of way that I know I'm not treating you. I'm not beating you or misusing you. You know, couples get into fights. And if we get into a fight, that's not me putting my hands on you. That's us fighting. Us fighting. You know, us having a disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she recently hit me up and she's going through some things. Basically, you know, after we got rid of her kids went to state's care. You know, she just had a lot of stuff happen that wouldn't have happened if she had stayed with us, right? And she told me that it was my fault. That, you know, I shouldn't have given up on her. But I feel like I'm not going to put myself in a situation that's going to tarnish my character on no day. I'm not going to let anyone come into a position where they can harm.
What is the purpose of your question, lady? And second of all, you don't have the right to get rid of the next wife. Y'all all are married to the same man. You can't just not get rid of the next wife. Keyword wife. I may not know that much about polygamy, but I know you can't do that. I mean, am I right or wrong, boss lady?
No, that's right. I don't know what she's talking about. She just went all the way to another level.
First, yeah, once you marry somebody in these religions,
went all the way off.
In these religions or whatever, if you polygamy, you can't. That's the purpose of getting to know and picking your wife. You can't say, okay, this wife talking about this one causing problems in my family. She's not a wife no more. It don't go like that. It don't go like that. Because in that case, you should stay single. You're not heavy on polygamy, like you said, because you're supposed to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if things don't go your way, she got to go. No, I don't know. Somebody knows something about polygamy. Let me know how that go. See, this is why you ain't got no business in polygamy. Because obviously it sound like you don't know how to deal with it yourself, young lady. He trying to keep his face from shifting. Exactly. I don't see how dudes can deal with more than one woman. That's stressful. So like I said, I don't know, but it sounds like she don't know what she's talking about either. Somebody just got to talk to him.
My character, because that's all I got in my life. It's my character. When people look at me, they see me for my character. So if they looking at me and they're seeing me as this person that's just beating this girl and doing this crazy shit to her, you know what I'm saying? They're going to think I'm crazy. But if I let you go and they see the type of person that you are outside of me, you know, I feel like they'll be understanding. And that has nothing to do with me, who you are as an individual. So, I mean, with all your stuff going on with you, which I don't know if it's true, if it's false, that you know, and they know. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Why don't you allow them to step away from you, especially with it tarnishing your character?
Why do you think I don't?
Because they're still there.
Indication that I don't let them go.
They're still around you.
Because they want
I mean, you could let them go mentally.
I'm sorry, Miss Coco, but are you insinuating that I got people over here and I'm forcing them to stay here with me?
No.
Okay,
no,
so I'm
not
trying
at
to
all.
understand what you're saying.
I'm saying okay. So sometimes we'll be in relationships with people, and even though it'd be better for us to go our separate ways, we stick together because, you know, that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I may feel like, you know what, it's time to go, but I'm in a situation where this person don't want to get the fuck from around me. And I just don't know how to tell you, you know, because I have a big heart.
Are you saying
I care about all people.
That I want to go and I stay because of... I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Are you saying that I would want to leave, but they don't want to leave?
She's saying let them go. Let them go,
I don't want to let them go? Is that what you're saying?
She's saying let them go.
Even if you don't want to let them go or they don't want to go, why don't y'all, even if it's a temporary space, let's say 90 days, a 90-day space where you can, I guess, rebuild your character.
I thought this was a question for you.
Because I had to let her go. Even I had to let her go. I'm trying to see her side, that I shouldn't have let her go. She should have been here with me. If she was here with me, her kids wouldn't be in the state's care. You know what I'm saying? Then if you were here with me, then I would still be in that situation. I would still have to hear people saying, why you beating on that girl? Why you doing this to her? Why you doing that to her? And it was never that case. And I'm a private person. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not the type of person that's going to go out and be like, look, I ain't just beating on this girl.
Coco.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen to me. Stop listening to he said, she said. It's not a good way to get knowledge. It's not a good way to get information.
Okay.
Because you're going to always come up short and you're going to look stupid in the end because you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm trying to figure out in my mind, what the hell are you talking about, man? And I know why you came up to these conclusions.
What am I talking?
The reason why you come up to the conclusions you have to even come to me to ask me a question like this, because you don't have the proper information about what's going on over here, but you think you do. So it's like, in a sense, you playing yourself because I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
No. I'm not assuming anything.
Would you go up to the average person?
At the end of the day,
would you go up to the average person and say to them, you go up to a man, he with his family, and you say, why don't you just let this family go for about 90 days? He's gonna look at you like, lady, if you don't get the hell out of my face. I mean, that's how I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you like, if I see. What is going on? Did they put crack in y'all water today? let's hope this is different.
Hello? Can you
What's
hear me?
going on, Mars? Tell me this is gonna be different. Man, I'm being disturbed.
I don't know what everybody else talking about, but I ain't got time for all that. But I want to go back to what you was talking about earlier about the whole God stuff. I don't really like you that much, but I love to philosophize, and especially about my higher power. So let's do this. Let's ask some questions. Let me answer some questions. I'm going to ask you some questions. Let's do this.
I'm not going to affiliate myself with someone I don't like. If I don't like somebody, when I don't respect them, I'm not going to come on the panel. Just not. Just don't have no time. And if I don't respect you, I'm not going to give you my time. You don't exist to me. You just don't exist. Okay? I'm going to be doing I'm going to be fucking with people that I like and what I like to do in my life. You don't exist to me if I don't respect you and I don't like you. I don't follow things I don't like. I'm not going to ask you questions. I'm not going to try to meet you right here only. Right? I'm going to deal with you right here, but I don't like you. No. I
don't. Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
I thought it was frozen. Well, I initially asked to come up when you were talking about the tree, because like that little part like is really intriguing to me, and I would like to get your perspective on like with the tree of good and evil. After becoming God-like and seeing and being able to see both good and evil, another tree was cut off, and that was what the tree of life, I believe it was. Is that accurate?
Right.
Somebody needs to be let go of a cliff. He ran out of makeup and forgot to use the filter. Exactly. He looks terrible. This is so funny. Natureboy looks bothered as hell with this. Exactly. Somebody wrote in the comments, did you ever say peace, Baba? Exactly. Not online. These people are straight comedy. What? A woman respects that? I'm sending everyone a Natureboy survival kit. You can't hear anything? Can y'all hear it? Oh, gosh. All right. I don't know what happened. Maybe I cut the sound on. I want to hear a little bit of that tea interview that y'all talking about. So we're going to check that out. On Bigo. I don't have her on Bigo. Hold on. Let's check that out. All right, we're going to check this interview out. We're going to check it out. I'm going to skim through it. I'm on punishment, Deborah. I'm on punishment until hey sis, thanks for coming. I'm on punishment until the middle of May. I'm on punishment to the middle of May. Thanks for finding me over here.
Are aware and that watch my channel, that I can bring this old footage back, because people are just looking at like, you don't. I guess I've kind of shifted as well in my perception and in some of the things that I allow on the channel. I think there was a time when, you know, all these women were still in the cult and I would just let people just sound off, like say whatever you want. But I have a moral compass and I'm starting to understand that my channel does have a reach. And everybody who kind of really knows where I came from and how I started knows that I have never done this for clout. I don't care about no views. If it was 10 people in this room, I would be straight. I promise you.
I'm going to skip through this, guys. I'm going to skip through this.
I've always done it for my own purposes, which is to document a cult, the most unbelievable moments in the cult initially, and just spreading awareness about the fact that this cult exists, because I knew that it would have an impact on especially the conscious part of the Black community. You know, most Black people don't know about carbonation, contrary to popular belief. They really don't. And so, yeah, you know what, guys? Something did happen on Bigo. Let me see. That video is uploading right now. And after this live, this is going to be a shorter live because I thought it was going to be longer, but the big explosion on Bigo happened. And then I was like, let me do this video real quick. It's like an hour long. And then I'm gonna do a live premiere of that video after.
Oh.
But anyway, like I was saying, a lot of people like have started to question, like,
wow,
where my loyalties lie for some reason, as if I'm trying to protect people, and you know, why won't you let me? It's like kind of like whiny to an extent. Like,
that's not a joke. That's for real.
Why are you concerned with how I'm moderating my comments, and why are you so upset that I won't let you be nasty all the time? There's a way to be constructively critical. And just when you're being just uninformed and negative, and your comments resemble something that Natureboy would say, it sickens me. It literally disgusts me. And it's hard sometimes for me to moderate hundreds of comments, literally hundreds of comments a day. I'm either approving comments, or there's be a ton of comments stuck in the moderators tab that I have to approve. And sometimes I'm just like, damn, these people sound just like Natureboy. And they don't even get it. And so I'm thinking like, wow, am I adding to this negativity by just allowing people to just say whatever the fuck they want?
Excuse my French. I curse. So I have to follow my own moral compass. I have to follow my own intuition. That's something that I'm learning in life, is that I cannot let my actions be swayed by the opinions of other people. And I've never been a follower. I've always been kind of like a background. I wouldn't even call myself a leader. I just like to be in the background, kind of analyzing and kind of, playing a part in the direction and the leadership of things, making things happen. And so I try not to block people, but there are a lot of people blocked. I have blocked a lot of people, and it's usually just because they've been disrespectful to either other chatters or other commenters, or blatantly disrespectful to me. And so I'm just starting to follow my instincts now, guys. And I just wanted to really have that moment with everybody, just to let you guys know where I'm coming from, and to let you know that, yes, there has been a shift in my energy, because I called myself out. I just had to call myself out and really be honest with myself. Like, am I adding to the problem, or am I really helping? So I love my block list. Like, everybody, sometimes
I just want to let you guys know, some comments, being that you're speaking of comments, some comments go straight to spam. I don't approve comments first. I don't have enough time to approve the comments. But a lot of comments I see, and then when I go, some comments go straight to spam. You got to be careful of what you write in somebody's comments. Sometimes you put keywords in your comment and it goes straight to spam. Some people don't go into their spam, and some people don't approve it. So just remember that, guys. See, a lot of y'all is not creative. Some of y'all just YouTube watchers. Y'all don't understand the rules and regulations, which y'all have to say access to the rules and regulations too. But a lot of comments people put on my thing, it goes straight to spam. So I'm not removing it. I don't want to hear why you removing my comments. I don't remove nothing. It go to spam, and that's where it's at. Something you said, and YouTube put it in spam. So that's not on me. Who not being nice? I think she showed her face once. I think she has. I'm not mistaken. But I don't have no beef for her, because a lot of people use her stuff. So I don't have beef for her. But I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
I'll take people off to give them another chance, because the funny thing about YouTube, and I think Stinson can probably attest to this, is that when you get blocked, I think the only way that you know that you're blocked is that you either can't maybe you can reply to a comment. I'm not really sure, but I know for sure that no one else is going to be able to see your comments, your comments. So you might be just typing them comments, and if you could probably tell if no one ever up likes it or anything, like nobody replies to it. So if you're used to getting replies and likes because of you being nasty and negative, and then all of a sudden that stops.
Yes, I'm skimming through this.
Yeah, Mexico was really stressful. It was terrible. All of the women there, even the ones now, like Aya and Efru, they've been through a lot. They've been through a lot. Yes, Aries have strong opinions, so we're very nice. But if you light a fire under us, we will, respond.
A carbonation smell has entered the chat.
We might torch you, but then we'll come back around. I have no problem apologizing when I'm wrong and coming full circle, because I know how us Aries are, and that's why a lot of times I would typically let comments go because I'm just like, you know what? I know that if I invest my energy into debating this, it could go ongoing, and then I might just blow up at the person and mute them. So let me just let them go off and leave it alone. I'll let somebody else, some other reasonable commenter, respond to it and let it be what it is. So that's usually how it is. And I guess it's hard nowadays to ask people to be respectful. I mean, even with YouTube, one of their requirements is that you follow the community guidelines. And if you really want to keep it real, some of the people that make comments about this whole situation,
on her
y'all
Nature
know
Boy
y'all don't
videos,
be
so people
following
wasn't
community
sure
guidelines. So
if she was going against the cult. Y'all know
don't play
what I mean. Okay, so that's true.
But yeah, this cult has gone from bad to worse, and it's been crazy.
They went through a lot of what
I see someone in the that wants to come up on the panel. It looks like their channel name is
one
Cult
of them,
Education.
Interpersonal.
I don't know. I'll see if you're still there. What's wrong with you? There's really something, and I feel like some of these women that are so adamant about just really beating down someone who, all of them, not just one woman, all of them. Like, you have to overcome your own issues. You have to look at what you've gone through in your life and kind of like look in the mirror and self-reflect. Why are you okay with wanting to be like that? Like, why do you have such a problem with me wanting to advocate for women who've been abused? Like,
oh, stop about Velvet.
Don't you think that that's weird?
Oh, okay.
Don't you think that you're the one that has the problem, not me? You think I'm one-sided? You haven't been following long enough.
Hey, world.
Hey, bro. I literally, there was at one point where I had to go through all of my videos, especially the ones where like Velvet was there and she was still there.
See, y'all always got me watching this. So basically, she's caping for Velvet here. This is what y'all saying? She's caping for Velvet. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to look at Velvet as a victim. Girl, please. Hey, world. We love world. That's right. The lower self. Gang, 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 gang. So this is let lawyer defend Velvet cause I refuse to. Okay. So that's what she's talking about. All right, let's finish hearing what she got to say. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what, I haven't heard it. This is, y'all told me this is what's going on, so I'm just watching it.
The time that she would go back, and I would always have some snarky little sarcastic ass title for my video because I would just like, really, you with that? So I would be snarky in my titles. You know, I would really kind of put my opinion out there in my titles, and I was very hard on her. I know there was even one when I was like, wow, you betrayed your family. Like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry. As well as you should have been hard on her. As well as you should have been hard on her. As well as you should. But I don't know what it is with this, everybody being split now. Y'all got to make up your mind. Y'all against the cult or y'all with the cult. People got to make up your minds. That's just like yesterday. Y'all saw when either Natureboy tried to come up in here, or he sent somebody, and you know I did not let them in my chat. I don't want Natureboy in this chat, and I don't want somebody had Natureboy and they clicked on the what we got to talk about. We don't got nothing to talk about. But y'all gotta make up your mind. I'm not saying that, I don't know. Everybody got their own opinions about it. I don't know, but I know that if I said it, I said it. If I call it the way I see it, I call it the way I see it. If she's for real, time will tell. And when time tells that she's for real, then that's what I would say. Whatever she's doing at the moment, that's what I'm going to say at the moment. I'm not going to be sitting up there caping for somebody who went back 3 times. The longer whatever you're doing at the moment, that's what I'm going to say. That's it. Since when do commenters mix emotions with getting their job done? Which is true. This cult got people feeling sorry for them, but yet they call us demons. That you're absolutely correct, Royalty Pro. That's what I do. You're 100% correct. Pretty Little Liar. Oh, that's my name I have for her. Pretty Little Liar. I show her. It is what it is. I keep telling you guys, y'all put like this lady left me a comment, and then I believe it went to spam, but I was going to comment back, but I don't feel like going in my spam. It's too much work for me. You should have said it correctly. It went in spam. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea about the narc abuse and what it does to the victims. Sometimes they must think we don't know what we're talking about. So why you and Velvet are 2 different people. Everybody is their own individual self. You and Velvet are 2 different people. You and Natureboy are 2 different people. What have happened to you with your significant other that was a narc is something totally different from what Velvet went through. Y'all are 2 different people. Stop putting your emotions and what you went through on them. So everything she say, you relating to it because you relating to what happened to you. But y'all are 2 different people. Because if it's true and you relate to her so much, then why are you not telling your story on social media and doing exactly what she do? You're not going to do exactly what Velvet does because you're 2 different people. So don't be leaving comments like people is heartless. People are not heartless. People just calling it the way they see it. That's it. She's burning up anti-Velvet comments with her X-ray vision. Velvet admits to having X in front of her own baby. Hey, Mama Grizzly. These grown women, infatuation of Velvet isn't hidden. It's deep, like they love her. I don't know. But we're going to hear a little bit more of this. We're going to hear some more of this. And if I said something about, I say it. I call it the way I see it.
That's wrong.
She says
and I understand that when it comes to women who've been abused, they go through a lot. They go through so much. There's so many levels to this. They go back, they leave, they go back, they leave. It's not much different than what women go through outside of cults. So you're kind of just discounting the psychological effects that are taking place. You just don't care. But I do. So it is what it is. And let's see who is in the queue. Okay, I'm gonna let somebody up in the queue. And if you say anything crazy, you already know what's gonna happen. So please be cool. And someone suggested time limits. So like, I don't know.
We're gonna
just don't be trying to talk for a whole hour, please, because we do have a video that is cooking in.
Saying recently, almost everything she said is 1,000% on point in her realizations. Period.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what I've been realizing.
And I'm saying this as an adult woman, a generation over her, someone that's experienced the cult firsthand with family members, someone who is not ignorant and has just another perspective, having traveled a lot on my own, having had enough money and resources to travel to Central America on my own. So I see a lot.
Not today, but I will.
I don't say anything because I realized early on that so many of the people that were reporting, everybody's ego got, many people's ego got caught up. And so even people that were advocating, it turned into something else. So a lot of the worst of us, our characteristics all came out. And even in many of the channels that were reporting. So it has been such a massive, heartbreaking, but very real lesson for us. And I think there's so much opportunity for us to, like, as a collective, to grow up. We're immature. Many of us are underdeveloped. I'm not saying this to be insulting at all, but underdeveloped. And you can, every time I hear one of them speak, and again, I don't want to mention their names to give them that kind of energy, but every time I've heard them speak, number one, I would say, oh my gosh, even though the cult I experienced, the cult leader was much older in age, quote unquote, an elder, but we know that elders misuse their position. But the patterns are so spot on, from the white cults to the black cults. The patterns are spot on. So maybe the structure varies a little bit. Maybe the outfits change a little bit. The older cult, they take notes from each other. So, you know, it's really so humbling. Like, quite often I'm like, wow, we can't even see. And we're arguing and yelling at the screen, not even coming in and asking questions. So we're actually really gullible as a collective. And I think that's due to our collective trauma. We are very, very gullible. With all the information that's come out, you can see these cult leaders going to new areas and new platforms, and people immediately start defending folks who they have not vetted, they haven't lived with, because of what they represent. Like, you know, for example, you know, black men will run to defend, as one man has come out and admitted. He's defending because it's another black man and you want to defend them. But as we have seen, a lesson is one, the con will tell you to watch out for other cons. Number two, just because someone, they may have your language or your outfit or something that sounds good to you, you don't know these people on the internet. You just don't know these people. And people are telling these people not to speak. How can any of us, we say just go to therapy. A lot of people don't have access to therapy. And many of us, for good reason, don't trust therapists. So who are we, the anonymous people from behind the screen, to give prescriptions for somebody's healing? So I think that this is a time for us to take a look back at ourselves. As much as we're talking about vanilla supremacy, we can see our own dysfunction. This is an opportunity for us to see our own dysfunction while we are not moving forward as a collective. We have so much dysfunction. We have so much enabling, so much denial that has left us wide.
I was just letting the people hear what's going on here, King, is the T is catching some heat because she's now a velvet lover. So when people give criticism of Velvet, she's blocking you and she's taking out, she's team Velvet now. So it's about Velvet. Is this what the chat is saying? So they told me to watch and see what was going on. So I cut on the T just to see what was going on. I didn't know this was going down, but this is going down now. She's not, like before, she wasn't biased. So that's what I thought it was. But now she's Team Velvet. So that's what this is about. That's what this is about. So it was a big blow up on Bigo. She got to some heated arguments on Bigo. And then now she's explaining what the argument was on Bigo. And that's what you see the chat going crazy about. What went down. I was going to show your video today because I was talking about that yesterday. The one you did earlier. But I said I'll save that one for later. Yeah, King. Yeah. The T is Team Velvet all the way, and you can't say nothing about her. I don't know. I'm just listening. Word of the night, impatient care. Okay. If the Velvet Scots of America speaking word, it's hard to listen to them. Okay. She catching flack for Tanya Save Natureboy bottom itch. Okay. So I'll let this play a little bit more so we can hear what's going on. Remember, I don't know.
We are so vulnerable and gullible, period. I see it all the time. It takes my breath away. Just how, if we could just be honest, we're extremely gullible as a collective. We don't even ask questions. We run to the defense of people because they have locks, because they're Black. When people are saying knowledge, this is actually, unfortunately, it's basic information. It's not knowledge. If anyone has friends from the Caribbean, I can walk outside now and stand in front of banana trees. It's like watching pigeons in New York. It's not knowledge. So you can see they will constantly go to different audiences where they know that you're green. They know that you will have a quick allegiance for something, and this is what happens a lot of time to a collective of people that have been traumatized. It is what it is. So this is an opportunity for us to grow up and mature and not to be in denial, because the STDs, all of this stuff, we're laughing and joking about our pain. Again, this is something collectively we have been doing for a long time and people are profiting off of it. So the awareness, everything is the awareness. Because I was like, once I put the awareness out, I put videos out a long time ago. Folks tried to silence me. And I have no intention I'm very clear on being a martyr just for ego, where I'm putting out information to educate folks. And it was quite a lesson to me to be attacked by male and female. Oh, the elder. Oh, our people. No vetting process, no investigation. And when I tell you I went through a protocol, I got so many lessons. One is there is no accountability in our community. There is none for scamming, sexual violation. As much as we want to talk about vanilla supremacy, we don't have any accountability if somebody does something. What are the consequences?
Well, that's the issue. We can't talk about white supremacy without talking about Black accountability in the same breath. Mm-hmm. So that's the real discussion that needs to be had.
So the awareness.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't want to go on and on because so much I could say, but I don't. And for a long time, and again, I will say honestly, as much as sometimes I was frustrated in looking at Velvet before, and even the other members, I saw them here in Central America. I saw these. It's a lot I'm not even going to say because it falls on deaf ears, because we're also addicted to the entertainment, because we want to be distracted, because if we're not distracted, then we can't, it's not just the elders. It's all of us. We're accountable because there's a lot of grown adults. We don't want to deal with the reality. We'll take the fantasy and the gift of gab rather than deal with the reality. A lot of us are on our own when it comes to a vetting process. No one gets a pass when it comes to women and children. No one gets a pass, but the awareness is everything. We get so caught up in the drama, no one even thinks that Bigo, if people were to take a look and see that who Bigo is owned by, not knocking Bigo, we have to use technology, but we're allowing ourselves as a collective, our collective pain and trauma to constantly be exploited on new platforms that's owned by a Singaporean and Chinese company. So today I was like, it looks so toxic. It looks so toxic over there. But then again, to get the word out, it's awareness, because these folks constantly go to new platforms where they know you're green and they know you're going to defend them. They know you're not going to ask any questions. Everything that young lady is saying right now, even if people could say, it's going to take a while for her to see her own accountability, which she's starting to see. It's a process. It's a process. It's uncomfortable. It's ugly. But now she has the opportunity to bring a lot of awareness, and shout outs to her father for not giving up on her. I can relate to that man 1000%. And no family is perfect, because I would not leave. I wasn't going anywhere. So we're gullible as a people. I've seen intelligent women with double degrees, go through life crises that have all been exploited by cults. These patterns are distinct and they've been going on for a long time, but we refuse to educate ourselves. We'd rather entertain. And this is not joke. This is, people don't really have an idea of the magnitude of what's happening here. And it's also for me to put myself in harm's way with putting videos out. Nobody's coming to check and see if my family are okay. I'm out in another country. overseas. This is not a joke. This is not the United States, as I've said before. This is not the police system. There's a lot that we're taking for granted. So folks could perhaps maybe see if you put yourself in that position, people, if I would have did this, you don't know what the hell you're doing at 20 and 21. That's when you make some of the worst mistakes of your life. And a lot of people are growing up without their parents, if we're just real. A lot of those crack children are now grown adults.
Right.
Are grown adults. So are we going to take accountability or just keep, each one of us plays a role in shifting the climate of accountability. All of us, like somebody like the government take care of us. Each one of us as grown women and grown men, each one of us play a role in setting a climate where there is some kind of accountability.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree with you there. And I'm so glad that you're doing what you're doing and spreading awareness in your own way. I became familiar with your cult, the cult that you, I think, were a part of at one time. I think they actually, Carbonation tried to.
Well, they changed the name, right? They changed. Well, yes. There's so much I can't even keep up. This young lady, you can tell that most of the audience does not have a frame of reference, which is why people are arguing back and forth. So you can tell that they don't have a frame of reference. Because when I tell you almost everything that's coming out of that young woman's mouth as the realizations hit her is spot on, 1000%. And even the things that we saw with her that look like, why would she do this? And why? Because you cannot see all the different angles and the perspectives of what's happening there. And it's being orchestrated. I watched it. I experienced firsthand an adult male, an older male who's actually quite brilliant, who's educated. And the rest of the women are very educated. The children and young people growing up in cults, that's all that they know. So these folks were trying to get into that other thing. So there's so many similarities and parallels. It's unbelievable. And then also they always go after women because once you have children there, women are naturally going to have an allegiance to protecting their children. Again, we've seen this, right? Because you don't want another child, the whole thing, a child without a father. So these folks are extremely calculated. And again, you don't have a way to cross-reference them because I researched and visited before I went somewhere, and I'm a mature adult, and I had family members in there. So if you can imagine Mr. Marquez being in there with his daughter, that was my experience with another family member. I don't consider myself stupid at all, but you just don't have a frame of reference. And so they seek quite often people that have good intentions because you're the perfect person that's going to defend them. You're defending a principle when you don't really know the person. So just the awareness is so important. And I just invite people to consider everyone in your quiet moments, and rather than just looking at the screen, if you use your imagination, we say we're brilliant people, what can we do? And it's not always just money, but what can we do rather than just yell at the screen? What can we do to create a climate of safety and accountability?
Well, the first thing we can do is we can talk about it. We can have the discussion and we can foster and plant the seed in people's minds.
Correct.
And allow it to grow and for them to share their just for it to blossom and for them to be able to spread that amongst their circle and their family. And I think that's the best thing that you can do. I think from documenting this cult, one of the best things that I've been able to do is just spreading awareness in my real life of cults, because not a lot of people are aware of really how they function, the fact that they exist in such massive numbers. I mean, this cult is one of many. They just happen to live their life out loud online and publicly. And that is the only reason that they are getting the amount of attention that they get. And that is the truth of the matter. Most cults are able to kind of thrive undercover.
You're right. You said something very important. I hear many people, you said something at the beginning about the energy shifting, and I just noticed recently, because I just stay laid back in the cut and just observe, and then I got to go on and move about my garden and live my life. But I noticed when you said the energy shift, I just noticed that people are saying, the T won't allow us to say this and she won't allow us to say that. And I was like, wow. After this person has been consistently posting up pretty much the most objective channel on coverage of this cult, right? Now I was like, look how quickly people just shift and start attacking you when you've been the main source of objective information consistently. So, you know, a lot of us, we move in a sheep-like mentality. It is what it is. So that's the nature of that's just how folks on the planet are moving today. You know, it's dangerous.
Absolutely.
It's a cult-like mentality.
Yeah, and it's okay. That's why I'm having this live tonight, and I was built for this, so it doesn't bother me. That's why I'm addressing those particular individuals, and in the process, we're able to commune and to discuss this and to express ourselves and to, you know, to continue spreading awareness, because even this is spreading awareness. And I really appreciate you you coming on my panel tonight. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more people in queue that want to say something, and I want to try to give everyone an opportunity. No, absolutely. Thank you for, you know, hopefully we can do this again. And I know you came on to one of my panels at one time before, and you really you helped to provide a ton of knowledge and information and resources about cults based on your experience. So hopefully we can do that again soon. But thank you so much.
I'll reach out to you and maybe send you some information, because I was thinking every time I think of something, I write it down somewhere, because it's so much, again, as the young lady said, that you can't even remember everything. And even as I remember, I was like, oh my gosh, did that really happen, from firsthand experience? So and maybe there can be perhaps a panel for adults or for parents, you know, to spread awareness amongst parents and even young people as to the patterns of cults, because the shortcut is understanding and seeing the patterns, especially when you don't have a frame of reference. But I'll make it stay connected. All right. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Exactly, royalty. Thank you.
No, that was her mic. Is it good now, guys? Am I crackling? Am I coming through clear?
Okay, we're gonna fast forward this a little bit, because we ain't gonna be doing this all night.
I think we have to be very careful about watching this situation happening. I know all of us could agree after a while of just like listening to the stories and just keeping up and keeping tabs, like we feel drained, and there's a reason why we feel drained. All of this is just, it gives energy to Natureboy and all of the sinners. And I think the situation is deeper than the surface level. I think it's deeper than what we see on the screen and like what we think is happening, you know. I think all of this is orchestrated. It has like governmental ties. I don't know how far it goes, but this is very deep. And this is very intentional to destroy the melanated community worldwide. So we just have to be careful.
We all have
we
as
don't know which forces.
We are respectful to the host and all. Exactly.
And this actually, you know, from the child sacrificing to like just turning these women to zombies. We're all of us know about these conspiracies. I'll let you guys put 2 and 2 together, but I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but you guys know what I'm hinting at. So we just have to be very careful about giving our energy to this story. And I guess my advice to the audience is just take it day by day, and don't let this I guess like get into your head, because there's sinister forces going on behind this. And I guess to my last point, to wrap it up, they keep hopping to country. And I guess my theory, like I don't want to start like controversies or anything, but I think, to what I was saying before, this is all intentional by the government. Because like, come on, like let's be realistic. If the FBI or if any government association in any country wanted to find a group that's using social media, like honestly, if I was tech savvy, I think I could find where Natureboy location is by looking up his IP address if I wanted to, but you know, I'm not educated. But anyways, if the government organizations and people in power who are able to stop this wanted to stop it, they would have long time ago, but they didn't. and they did it for a reason. They allow him and they allow other cults that are draining, I guess, like the Black community of their energy, stay in place because they just want to destroy us, and continue to further divide us. And I just want to warn you guys that it's really a spiritual warfare out here. When we just have to take the time to truly not let these people with black skin, but we don't know what they are in the insides, say that they're here to save us from ourselves or to teach us some occult knowledge that we don't intuitively know. So yeah, that's just my point overall. I just want to warn like the community and the audience listening right now to just really take time to step away from all of this, and to really get in tune with yourself, because everything is deeper than the surface level, and we don't know what we're dealing with most of the time. Maybe a few years from now, we might know what's actually going on, but at the end of the day, we're behind the screens and we just don't know. And even the girls who broke free,
because he's a sex offender. So yeah, and this man was able to operate and build and amass a large cult following all over the United States, and they're still going, not as strong today, but they're still going today. So I don't see him as being a government agent. I don't see him as being a plant. I just see him as being someone who is taking advantage of the fact that he has cult members that leave, that just kind of want to get on with their lives, and they kind of just want to not be in the limelight like they're forced to be in the limelight when they're there anymore.
Okay, Strip, thank you.
Don't go to the authorities for whatever reason. Maybe they're not ready. They're not mentally there yet. It takes a while to deprogram from cult programming. It's psychological abuse that they're going through on a level that we can't fathom. And so the manipulation is strong. The abuse is just incessant. It's a daily thing. There's nothing good about being a part of a cult, and especially as it relates to carbonation. And things that were going on in the Nuwapians cult was just horrific.
Where did what she don't see come from?
As far as the sexual abuse of
want me to rewind that part?
Children,
I rewind
male
for you.
And female.
I rewind that
little
part.
Melanated, you're right. Psychologists have been allowed to exist, and there are many cults that are operating in the United States alone and all over the world.
Reason they allow him and they allow other cults that are draining, I guess, like the Black community of their energy, stay in place because they just want to destroy us, and continue to further divide us. And I just want to warn you guys that it's really a spiritual warfare out here, when we just have to take the time to truly not let these people with black skin, but we don't know what they are in the insides, say that they're here to save us from ourselves or to teach us some occult knowledge that we don't intuitively know. So yeah, that's just my point overall. I just want to warn like the community and the audience listening right now to just really take time to step away from all of this, and to really get in tune with yourself, because everything is deeper than the surface level, and we don't know what we're dealing with most of the time. Maybe a few years from now, we might know what's actually going on, but at the end of the day, we're behind the screens and we just don't know. And even the girls who broke free, they don't even know what's going on. So yeah, I just want everybody to like just be at peace and not to follow the story too crazy, because there's just some sinister energy going on behind it that's sucking the energy from the audience. And we're the leader tomorrow. So yeah, I think we should just take our day, send our love, and to be very cautious. And that's all. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you.
Malarkey.
Can you guys hear me okay? I tried to fix my mic situation. Am I good or no? Melanated, let me know. Y'all probably can't even hear me. Oh, okay. Yay.
Awesome. I'm using this crazy looking mic, y'all. But I do want to speak on one thing that Offset said, in that the fact that I do not believe that Eligio Bishop is a government agent in any way, shape, or form. Period. The reason that I say this is because many cults have been allowed to exist, and there are many cults that are operating in the United States alone and all over the world. And they are not being targeted by the FBI or any government organization, because something Fluid said the other day, and that was the fact that although he has people watching him, he has a pretty big following watching his actions online, he doesn't have a lot of people there. And that's the truth of the matter. There is no government conspiracy, okay? And you can look at the Nuwapians as proof of that. Now, the leader of the Nuwapians was actually a convicted sex offender before he was even able to form his cult with the backing and support of the Black community in the state in the city that he formed his cult. He was able to operate for how many years? I think it was upwards of 20 years. He was able to purchase, 400 acres of land in some small town in Georgia. A compound was built. They built pyramids on this compound. They had a massive following. And the only reason that they were ever even targeted was because doctors at a hospital are not, I don't even know if it was doctors, it might have been nurses, but hospital officials are the ones that brought it to the authorities' attention, because there were so many young girls having babies there with no fathers listed on the birth certificate. So yes, Dr. York, and I don't even know if he's a real, you know what? I'm not even going to call him Dr. York. I'm sorry, Malachi York, because he's a sex offender. So yeah, and this man was able to operate and build and amass a large cult following all over the United States. And they're still going, not as strong today, but they're still going today. So I don't see him as being a government agent. I don't see him as being a plant. I just see him as being someone who is taking advantage of the fact that he has cult members that leave, that just kind of want to get on with their lives, and they kind of just want to not be in the limelight like they're forced to be in the limelight when they're there anymore. And they don't go to the authorities for whatever reason. Maybe they're not ready. They're not mentally there yet. It takes a while to deprogram from cult programming. It's psychological abuse that they're going through on a level that we can't fathom. And so the manipulation is strong. The abuse is just incessant. It's a daily thing. There's nothing good about being a part of a cult, and especially as it relates to carbonation. And things that were going on in the Nuwapians cult was just horrific. I mean, just as far as the sexual abuse of women, children, male and female. So yeah, Melanated, you're right. Psychological abuse is the most traumatic. And then the sexual abuse that the ex-carbonation female members are speaking out about is a real testament to, when you're marrying the two together, it's a lot to overcome. Like, you're not getting out of a cult like that thinking, oh, let me skip, hop, and jump to the FBI and start talking. You're just like trying to, heal your body and your mind and your soul. That's like the first thing that you're probably wanting to do. Yeah, so I'm gonna let the next person up on the panel, Miss Grinch.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Grinch.
Hey T, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Little low for me, but that could just be me though.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, I just wanted to say thank you for everything you do with broadcasting Eligio and carbonation, and you're one of my favorite YouTubers. So I didn't really want to say much. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I always see you. in the chat supporting. And just to kind of backpack on what the last caller said as well, I completely agree with taking a step back. It's probably one of my main reasons for not, like I said before, not reposting those lives, a lot of his lives in full anymore, the live streams. I feel that at this point, there's enough information out on this channel to really show people who this monster is. He can rah-rah about the Willie Lynch letter and how the black man is God all day and all night. It's not detracting from the fact that he's a whole demon walking the earth plane. And so thank you so much for tuning in and for hearing me out and for participating and for being here.
Exactly, Rocky.
I appreciate you.
Exactly,
now,
Rocky.
I had one more. Do we know, like, for sure if, like, Ryan D is working behind the scenes with, you know, the FBI or in trying to take him down?
What I do know is that he did say that that's what he was going to do, but there's been like some drama connected to him in the background. And I think he kind of got caught up in, you know, just a lot of mess, maybe unintentionally. And the last that I heard from him was that he's done. As some of you might know, he was falsely accused of being someone who he is not. And it was a pretty bad accusation, I will have to admit. But I think after that happened, Ryan was kind of like, you know what, drops mic. So I'm not really sure. I hope that he doesn't completely give up, because, you know, he did make a vow to do something, and hopefully he follows through on that, or else you just pretty much like you're letting people down. So
because I really thought, okay, this is going to be the time when, you know, Eligio and Carbonation was going to be taken down. And I mean, just to mention, because in one of your videos I was watching, I've been trying to catch up for a few days now because it's just been crazy. But I mean, even other people are starting to notice Efru just looks so bad, and she's never looked like this before. She was always the one that looked healthy, had a glow, and now he's putting her in timeout, and she's just not looking well. She looks really skinny, and
yeah, it's sad, because I think what's happening there is that, I mean, this is just my humble opinion, is that they all have something. They all have, I mean, there's no way Tanisha Malia could leave and be the only one. You know, all these other members have left and spoke about the, you know, the illnesses that they have had to heal from while they were there. And now Malia, Tanisha, same thing, even on a, you know, the worst level that we've seen. It's Mama Dia. And there not be anything wrong with any of the other women that are remaining. And so they eat this diet there that, you know, they claim is so healthy. They went from the be sick diet to the eat clean cuisine diet. And it's like, maybe they're trying to counteract what they know is the inevitable. I think for Eligio, definitely that's probably the case, where it's a daily battle for him. Like, but it's the time is running.
Oh, that's another story. Living my truth. Another story.
Manner of STDs in your body every day, just off of eating well and getting sun and, you know, drinking spring water from.
Well, it's clearly not working, because I mean, a lot of them are just looking sick. And I don't know for sure if, you know, Malia has HIV, but I mean, when they put that one medicine out there that she's on, and I personally contacted 2 doctors I know that said that medication is only for HIV.
Yeah, so you just, they all, like I said, they all definitely have something going on. And you know what's interesting about the men is that, like, even with Pisces, I know that like even Fifi spoke about his nose, and
his nose has been looking broken.
I used to always say that, though. I like, even a year, I know that for the past year and a half, I've been like, damn, like, is his nose broken? It looks worse.
She sure enough did not mention Velvet. Exactly,
like he said, it was inflammation, swelling, whatever it is, swelling, inflammation, broke, what have you. The being between the tropic, you know, being in the tropics is not healing it, whatever it is. So There's definitely something going on there.
It looked like somebody else's nose was starting to look like that too. I don't know if he's busting them in the nose or.
Well, they fight. He fights the men. The men fight each other over there. They do like gladiator fights, and they beat each other up, just like they do with the women. It's not just the women; it's the men too. The only one not really fighting is Eligio, because I honestly don't think he's a fighter. To be honest with you, I think he's a runner.
When they said he ran and hid in the bushes and was sucking his thumb, it didn't sound like a fighter to me.
Absolutely, he's not. So he's not busting nothing but a grape. I don't know. So yeah, thank you so much. And I know you just had a birthday pass.
Oh,
recently.
Yeah.
Shout out. Happy belated.
Thank you.
I did shout you out in that video, but I don't think you were in there. That you were probably out partying and having fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed it. But thank you anyways. But I don't want to take up anybody's time and let other people come up. I just wanted to show you some love, show you I'm probably one of your biggest fans and always watching your videos. So
you are so welcome. Thank you so much for coming up and
hi Maria. How you doing?
I'm going to drop you down and I'm going to let the next person know.
Okay.
Check on the status of this next video too. So peace to you, Miss Grinch.
Peace to you.
Y'all, I'm actually kind of let me see if this video is done, because it's gonna be funny. Y'all gonna love it. And I prefer to do these type of videos. So if anybody in the comments, if y'all speak out against carbonation, I would rather post people speaking out against carbonation and what's going on there, different perspectives, especially the men too. The men in the comments, I see you guys, and I know that all of you are nothing like Eligio and the men that are over there. So if any men really want to speak out and express their thoughts on this, it's not a lot of men that do, and some of the men that do speak out about this are really toxic themselves. So I personally would appreciate if you all do have something to say. I will share your viewpoints on my platform if you so allow. So please know that, we are behind you. If that's what you want to do it. Okay, Sun Goddess, I'm going to let you up on the panel. You're next in line. Hi, Sun Goddess. Are you there? She might have fell asleep.
Backing you, and we love the work you're doing to save our sisters and just everybody over that's been used and abused. And I just want to say this. I understand people don't really love counseling, but I just want, they just need to connect with someone who's professionally understands the mind and that can take them through the trauma that they've been through over there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I just want them to get help and like all that, but I just want to just give you your flowers now. You're doing a great job. Don't stop. Forget if people don't like your message. Just do your job, T. Do your job, and this is it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate that. And it's so refreshing when, we have especially our melanated brothers that do support what we're doing, because I have to be honest with you guys. There are sometimes I look at some of the past videos that I posted when they were on Instagram, and the lives were like just really sometimes unbearable because he was just advocating openly. Like, I'm compiling a video right now just to kind of give people a better understanding of Velvet's journey right after she had the baby, because I think things really went downhill for her in a major way after baby Eliana was born, and just some of the psychological and physical abuse that occurred to her, and why she's kind of gone through the things that she's gone through. I can understand people being in their feelings about her leaving and then going back and then leaving and going back. But it's like, you have watched her particular journey from the start I think you might have a better idea of why that was happening. This is a 19, 20, 21-year-old woman, young woman, who is literally kind of being preyed upon and groomed by a much older man and taken through kind of so many different levels of psychological abuse. And, you know, can you imagine? And I know a lot of women can imagine being in love with an abusive man, and a man who openly promotes abusing women. Sometimes you got to slap her up, you know. I was listening to her speaking to Sunny's, oh my God, I don't want to butcher her name. It's Cachet. And she was referring to an incident where one day she was babysitting baby Eliana, and she was crying, and she called on the mic to ask Velvet if she should bring the baby to her. And she was like, yeah, bring her up. And I guess her and Eligio had been fighting previously. And she comes up, brings her the baby, and Eligio just hits her across the face. And that's what she witnessed. And she said it was Cachet. Thank you. Impeccable. Hits her across the face. And she said it was like, and I'm sure it was traumatizing for her. She's extremely young as well. Just imagine how often that went on where they didn't see it happening. It was a lot of abuse going on behind the scenes. And it takes, I can't imagine going through that. I've never been abused in that way by a man. And so I cannot sit with a clear conscience and allow people to continue saying she's not a victim. I think that that is sick to even think that. Yes, they victimized each other. And it was literally kind of just like the Nexium cult. Keith, whatever his name is, Keith R., he had the women abusing each other as well. And, you know, branding each other, bribing each other, extorting each other. They purposely would do, you know, things to, you know, give him something to extort them with. That was one of the requirements. They had slave master relationships. They had real branding. And I'm not talking just tattoos. I'm talking like, I'm sure painful. This look painful near their private areas. His initials. I mean, how sick is that? So this man, it took him 20 years to go down. And one of the women that was one of the ringleaders in that cult went down with him. And she was a famous, she was an actress. I think she was on one of the, she was on one of those shows from back in the day. I forget which one, but total sociopath and just mind numbing. What sometimes the human being is capable of putting themselves through or allowing themselves to be put through. So just imagine, you know, going through that type of abuse as well. And these are mostly Caucasian women. So it's not just, you know, it's not just the melanated woman. And then I was doing some research as well about the wives of cult leaders and what typically happens with them. Oh, Smallville, that's right. 2 went down. Loco, correct. Loco, by the way, Loco also documents a cult, and I know that you're not trying to be funny, but the way that you document this cult is, I cannot help but laugh. It's hilarious. And I know that they are just as dangerous. They have a huge following, and they also get people from, I think, all over the world. And Loco, I wish you would, maybe we can sit one day and compare cults, but your cult is just as it's just as toxic and destructive. But it's hilarious. The way that you call them out is hilarious to me. And so sometimes you need that, because like this energy is so dark with carbonation. It's like, and that's why you're not gonna, like I said, there are a lot of other channels that are still posting his full lives. But, you know, I've come to a place where, you know, I'm just going to be kind of changing up the way that I that I repost some of those lives, and it's just going to come with all receipts and a lot of memory lanes and a lot of background information so people can really truly understand what these people have gone through, all of them. So because it's been a lot, and you know, they are all victims at the end of the day. Even unfortunately Courtney, who, you know, had been accused of hitting Zoka, Jayon. You know, I'm definitely really sad and disappointed to hear that, but I know that Eligio has always been a proponent of abusing women, and I have, and many others have, the proof of him stating that, yes, your woman needs to be roughed up. Yes, your woman needs to be abused to know that you love her, and she wants you to abuse her. Like, just the most toxic, sick, despicable things that you could ever think of. And then justifies it by saying the black man is God and woe is me, you know, white supremacy. Like, no, the white man didn't make you do that. You chose to do that. So there's a guy, Richard, in the queue, and then I think we're gonna end the queue after this. Hi, Richard, are you there?
Yes, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Well, um, I don't know where to start. I'm glad that I'm talking to you. I didn't know this was a real page.
Yeah, it's
You know,
real.
I just didn't know who was running the page or the channel. But wow, you know, I'm glad what you guys are doing. And actually, you know, I'm gonna talk about a few things. And actually have ask you a few questions. If that's okay with you.
Sure.
Yeah. So you know, I started watching Nature Boy back in 2016. I honestly truly believe that the way he started, I don't think he intentionally to make it. He didn't. I don't know. I don't know if you feel the same way, but how it is now, he didn't start off as before. Um, as people followed him, as his holistic center or retreat, more people got involved. Long story short, anyway, I don't think that he wanted it to be what it came to be. Yeah, you guys could call him a cult and all that, but there are things that I do agree on some of the things he teaches. No, I'm not picking sides. Um, but again, there are things that I don't agree with. Um, yeah, so
So let me ask you one thing before you continue.
Yep.
Were you aware of Eligio's life prior to starting his spiritual awakening? Are you aware of the type of life that he lived prior to that?
Yeah, I'm aware.
So you're aware that he beat his son's mother almost to a pulp, to the point that he was facing 20 years in prison?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay. Okay. I was just checking if you kind of knew some of his background history. He's always
But,
been.
but why bring that up?
Because the abuse never stopped. It doesn't matter if you are spiritually awakened or not. If you're an abusive individual, spiritually awakened or not, you're still going to be an abusive individual. If you are spiritually awakened and you stop the abuse, then you are learning and you're progressing in life. How can you turn a blind eye to the abuse? At that point, I don't care about what you're teaching. I care about the fact that you're abusing women and men to a point where Malia is now having to deal with having her organs shifted and leaving with STDs. And so you have kind of detracted from your purpose in a major way. And at the end of the day, you're still an abusive, spiritually awakened individual who is toxic and who's dangerous to his own community. So it matters to me. And if it doesn't matter to you,
No, I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying, and you're right. But again, I'm gonna ask you this: do you believe that he had the Mama Dia situation? Do you believe that he has something to do with that? Because people were accusing him, but I don't believe he had nothing to do with that.
Who
To be honest.
knows? Who knows? I believe that the truth will come out eventually. That's what I do know. I believe that when you go to carbonation, your bags are checked. I do know that when he was in Mexico, he made it crystal clear that you were not to take medicine, and the multiple members have confirmed that you could not take medicine. You couldn't even. And there was a guy that went there, and he had an infection, and the infection got worse and worse, and he was told to go down to the river and wash it off, and nature would heal it, and that's not what happened. And so I'm not saying that he killed her. I know a lot of people say that, but I'm not one to just make blatant claims like that. I do believe that he died in her camp, and I think that definitely brought a lot of heat down on him. And I think that if you're running a cult, you're responsible for what happens in your cult. And at the end of the day, there's a family that's grieving, that lost a mother, an aunt, a sister, and who knows what. But I'm not going to say that he specifically killed her, because I don't have that proof or evidence yet.
Absolutely.
All we know is that she did die while she was in carbonation, and she was no longer taking her medicine. So that was very irresponsible on his part. If I have a woman in her 50s who has a heart condition, I'm going to make sure that she's taking her medicine. I'm going to make sure that she has everything that she needs to thrive and to live a happy life while she's with me and my tribe. So that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But at that time, they were coming out with the B6 diet, and they don't believe in medications, and neither do I. I don't believe in that crap neither. But she was like that, getting up in that age where But let me. I want to say this. I wanted to go there at one point in time. I really did.
I can tell.
Well, yeah. But
I'm reading your energy.
Yeah.
So you want to defend him. I get it.
Say again.
I said I can tell, because you want to defend the knowledge, and I don't even talk.
No. But because at the time, I would say this. At the time, I looked at it as like a holistic, pure, getting back to your roots, the tropics. You know what I mean? Natural food. I'm into that type of stuff, and I honestly do believe as melanated folks, we should be where it's hot. But hey, that's another story. But I actually did want to go, but once I saw people, leaving their original members like Yaya, Sister Neo, Phoenix Rising, and a bunch of other people were leaving. Serenity. That's why I was like, no, I can't go. That showed me that was red flags. I was like, I cannot do that. I can't go. But that was one of the things that I wanted to do, is to join at the time. But once I started seeing people leaving and saying stuff, and he was hitting people, and he was leaving from different countries, they were kicking him out. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? And he was fighting with Ashe Divine. It was a whole drama came. And I didn't, and that's when I kind of changed my mind and say, I could do this without being in the tribe, do my own thing.
Absolutely, because me personally, I could never follow someone.
No, it's not following somebody. It was just that
spiritual journey is kind of unfortunately going to be how he ends his spiritual journey. And so I think if this is someone that you admire in any little way, I think that you can find a lot of other men who are not abusive and who do not have sordid histories to kind of just taking from different sources, which is exactly what he's done. None of this, he can lie as much as he wants to, but anybody who's been following him for a long time knows that he's taken a lot of his knowledge from a lot of different sources, and a lot of it's come from non-melanated men. He used to always talk about Santo, I forget his name, the astrology guy. So when he was big into doing astrology, it was Santo something B something. It was this guy on YouTube. And then it was, Bruce Lipton. And then when he does a lot of his presentations, it's always, educated. He's probably taking presentations from college professors. And it's like, but you're taking presentations from these individuals that you are speaking against. You're speaking against the white man. You're speaking against white supremacy. But then again, you're using their knowledge. That is hypocritical.
No, but the thing is, knowledge doesn't belong to anybody.
Exactly. But so then why is he claiming that it's his? See, there's always something. Why are you claiming it's yours just so that you can say you're the Messiah of the Black community?
That is true.
Be whatever you want.
Uh-huh.
You can't say that knowledge doesn't belong to anybody, but he literally says that it belongs to him.
I mean, it's passed on. People. If you're seeking, knowledge, you can find it from all different sources. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Absolutely.
And what made you start reporting on Natureboy? How did you know this was all a fraud? I'm just curious. Did you to everybody?
Yeah, he's already done that.
Enough?
He's done that a million times, and there's no apology in the world that you could give for destroying the minds of your people, the minds and the bodies. And you talk to him, you'll often see a lot of people that they might feel that they have a special relationship with him, and then you find out that you really don't.
Yeah, I tried talking to him. He blocked me.
It
was on WhatsApp. I tried to reach out to him.
Exactly, because you're not useful to him. If he can't use you, and he'll tell you straight out. If I can't use you,
all he is.
I don't like. What do you, kiss? He just basically would love for you to kiss his ass and leave it at that. If he can't use you for something, then you are of no use to him.
He had a good amount of people that were following him, which I was one of them. That was really about what his movement, his you know what I mean. But now he fell off. I mean, if he could do a 360 and turn everything around, that would be the day.
You can't maintain that because it's not really in him. He didn't realize that so many people are looking for a savior. That's the only reason he calls himself the Messiah, is because he realized that so many people are looking for a savior.
Star is not
Black community.
Star is okay.
We're looking for a leader.
Star is okay.
Lead yourself. That's what I just realized. You got to lead yourself.
Exactly.
Stop looking for people and try to lead you. Unless if they really have that they care for you and all, but you got to.
From my 7 kids,
meanwhile, you got to lead yourself.
I can't.
Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you for joining the panel tonight, and I hope that you can kind of look.
At one point, we were all rooting for him.
Exactly.
Seeing, if this tribe, this movement will be this thing. Once I saw him, getting deported, getting kicked out, people were leaving, and that showed me red flags right there. And I was like, yo, what's going on? He knows how to speak. I give him that.
Yeah.
He can talk, but his actions didn't show. But yeah, again, T, thank you for having me. Okay.
No, thank you, Richard. You have a good night.
All right, now. You too now.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Stand like I watch you. My husband, babe, how much do I watch this channel? The lady that I watch about the cult shit.
Oh yeah.
Every day, like I stand you. Like I love you so much. You're everything. I love you.
Wow, thank you so much. That is so funny. Like super humble. You do not even realize, like, I'm such a background type of person. It takes a lot for me to do this. Like, I just had to. I'm like, damn, these people are. Thank you. Just thank you.
We are watching you, like, even aside from the seriousness of the situation, it's, you know, the way that you put the music together. Like, I can just tell that you're a creative and you're talented and you're also an intellectual. It's so much I can tell about you from just the videos that you post, girl. I love you. I'm a huge fan. Keep doing what you're doing. We gonna get this dude locked up. Number
he doesn't
one.
even know what's coming. Like, I'm waiting. It's coming, guys. We just have to be patient because it's coming. It's not gonna last. Trust me, it's not.
He's going to prison. Every time I sit and watch this mess, I'm trying not to curse on here, but he's going to jail. Jail. With his little bitty hair of himself, that little bit of hair of him, and that little bit of hair at the top is going to jail.
That's serious, and it's for real, and it's like he is supposed to be there, so it's like he's been trying to outrun his karma for years now, and it's constantly catching back up to him, and he's gonna get what he deserves. It's literally deserving. It's not like no one's trying to take down the black man, because I've never.
Facts.
I don't know any black men currently operating on the level that he's operating in the public limelight, willingly abusing women. Like, most men, like, abuse behind the scenes, but how dare you put the abuse on Front Street and act like we're just supposed to co-sign? Like, so many people do co-sign it, and it's sick. But they all eventually wake up, you know.
They will.
Yeah.
It's just they need I don't know. So it's a lot of people in this world, they like to follow. And I just wish that they would have a better person if they could pick someone.
I agree.
I got 2 daughters, and watching this mess all the time, it makes me want to love my daughter even more. I already try to shower them with love, but just any little thing that I can tell them every now and then, like, I'll just be looking at them. You're so beautiful.
Aww.
You're so smart.
With men that they once loved, and especially have a child with. And I think having a child with an abuser kind of takes it on a whole nother level. So you have to be kind of I mean, you don't have to, but I ask that you please try at least, because that's kind of the compassionate thing to do, you know. You're in your feelings, Jen. Okay.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hi.
Hey, I just want to tell you thank you so much for what you do. And I love the fact that you try to show the human side of the ladies versus just showing him and showing his antics. And I just wanted to tell you I really appreciate that about you. And I was in the chat, but then I kind of dropped out, and now I'm coming back. I really want to ask you 2 questions though. One question being, how do you feel when he drops into the chat?
I'm okay. So there's a reason why I've never, ever, ever wanted to have an interview with him or talk to him about anything. It's when he drops into the chat, I always know what he's going to say. It's the same old, same old. You are my reflections. You are all demons. And literally, when you think about the quote unquote knowledge that he teaches, I always feel like he's talking to himself. So I'm always amused and disgusted. But I just let the commenters have at him, because he's one person that I don't want anybody to hold back on telling me exactly how they feel about him. He deserves every bit of it. He is an abusive monster, and he thinks it's okay. He thinks that it's supposed to be that way. He's a completely uncivilized individual. So I've blocked him before from coming into the chats, but sometimes I miss it, and then I'm not always in the live chats when there's a premiere, and so I hear about later on, like, oh my God, he was in the chat. But you guys always handle him, so I don't even worry about it when he comes into the chat. It's just he is met with a barrage of truth serum, thanks to you guys. So I don't feel any kind of way about it. He tried to actually come onto a panel once that I had a while back. I think it was my first panel that I ever held on here with Kiss the Veil and a few others. And he tried to come up and I was like, really? For one, the panel wasn't even about him. And that's how much he thinks that, you know, everything's about him, but it wasn't about him that day. And of course we didn't let him up. I don't have anything to say to him. I think that the only time that I would want to talk to him is at once he's in prison. We can have a conversation then from behind bars, basically.
That's where he needs to be.
Exactly.
That was one question that I had. The second question that I have, how do you feel about the whole Ryan thing? Because Ryan seemed very cloud chasey. I actually sat there and did some research on him. He's
some stuff
right, yeah,
which turned out to be untrue.
It wasn't true.
I actually personally reached out to him. I was kind of like surprised. I didn't really think it looked like him, but then again, you never know in the social media internet age. You just
it kind of did, but the last names were different. That's how I knew that wasn't him.
Yeah, and I didn't even know his last name. I kept trying to remember, and he, you know, so I reached out to him. I was like, "This is not you, is it?" I said something to that effect, and he was so offended. And I understand. He was like, "You know what?" He even told me, he was like, like he kind of offended.
Just a reminder, if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. Can we get these likes up? We've been doing this. We be bringing y'all the tea, the coffee, and the wine. We can I at least get some likes? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, can you please hit that subscribe button and get part of the family? But can we get some likes? It is not moving. Can we get some likes? If you didn't hit that like button, can you hit that like button? We need 4 likes, guys. We need 4 more likes. We need 4 more likes. We need 3 more likes, 3 more likes, 3 more likes. 2 more likes, guys. Just 2 more likes. 2 more likes. And then 2 more likes, guys. Just 2 more likes. 2 more likes. 2 more likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you didn't hit that subscribe button, come on now, hit that subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. See, I'm glad that I'm glad that you guys are able to express yourself. And I'm glad that y'all keeping it respectfully. I thank you guys for that. This is a place where this is a place where you can do that. You know, this is my first time hearing this, so I'm really listening to what's going on. I'm not really doing commentary on what she has to say. I'm just listening because I did not know none of this was going on. So I'm not going to speak of anything that I don't know of. But if you guys know of it, y'all, as you see, y'all free to say what you have to say. She says she's going to play the one, but that we'll probably show that tomorrow. But she's going to play the one what happened with the Bigo. We'll find out about that tomorrow.
Offended me a little bit, but I didn't even get mad about it because I was like, no, it's fine. I would not want to be called that either. But he was so offended that and I told him, I said, you know, you kind of, you know, made some enemies and you kind of called some people out and you wrongly. And so, you know, it was kind of like energy. I think it was an energy exchange there. However, that was wrong for him to be called something of that caliber that he clearly was not. Once you find out that he's not, it's like, okay, he's not really that. That's a really strong accusation. But then he got mad at me. And we kind of like had words a little bit. And he was like, you know, remove my videos and I'm done. And I was like, Ryan,
he doesn't have thick skin. You have to have thick skin when you're going in the public.
I told him that. So I removed his videos. I deleted them. He's like, delete my videos. And I'm like, see, you can't be like that. If you're really wanting to take them down and you're really for the cause, you got to have really thick skin in this type of environment. And you can't be moved and swayed by people's opinions and thoughts and feelings about you. You just have to have a clear goal in mind and push through and focus and do what you set out to do. And so he, I hope that he's able to gather the strength that he needs to, if he's really about it, to get back on track. And if not, then just, don't.
Just leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. Exactly. Let people do what they've been doing. I think that as a whole, as a community of people, including everyone in this chat today, I think that we have seen that there's been more progress just with the ex-members than there's ever been. And the ex-members are typically the ones that could ultimately take down a cult and bring down a cult leader. And so as they gather strength, even if you think that they're culpable or accountable for things when they were under this mental manipulation and brainwashing and mind control, they can be the greatest catalyst in bringing him down and bringing awareness and deterring other people from getting themselves into the situation. And so, then it just kind of goes right back to what we've all been doing and helping these women to find their strength and to find comfort in each other and to heal. And Richard earlier mentioned, or someone mentioned, therapy. And that's important too. And hopefully, they can work themselves up to that part as well. Therapy is expensive now, guys. It's not like it's
expensive, but I also feel that because of what they went through, that there are resources out there. Like there are people who are willing to help them. You get what I'm saying? Yes. But at the end of the day, it's easier for us to say, well, they need this and they need to do that. We're not in their shoes. The level of brainwashing, the level of abuse that they have gone through, we can only imagine. Some of us have been through some sort of that. So some of us, we can kind of understand why they are the way that they are. But the biggest, and I know a lot of people do not like her, and some people do, but let me tell you something. The most fearless person yet has been Velvet. Velvet has said things that none of them have ever dared, even ex-members that have come up, that have never dared say. And we need to stop it's like the abuse continues on. Every time someone tells her something negative, every time somebody says, well, you this and you that, she doesn't need that. Yes, I understand she might have, done some mean things. All of them probably have done some things that they're not proud of. But if we want to take him down and we want these people to get better and we want them to be free from this, we have to be more supportive. And if you're not going to say nothing, if you don't have anything positive to say, I'm like that. If I'm just not going to say nothing, or I might say a little something. But the amount of trolling that they go through when they leave, you don't think that they're ashamed? You don't think that they're embarrassed when they leave?
Absolutely.
They have to wear that every day of their lives.
Yeah.
So what good is it that we keep, not what I'm saying we, but not me, but people that do that, what good are you doing? You're no better than him. You're no better than him. You're sitting up there telling them that they're this and they're that. That's the same thing he's told them every day of their lives while they've been over there.
I agree.
So I think people need to stop. If you really care about this and you really care about these people and you want this to stop, we have to deal with them in a different way when they get out as the public, when they deal with the public on Beagle or whatever platform. We have to stop being I'm saying we, but you know what I'm saying.
No,
people who are like that need to stop being.
Now, I will say, you cannot stop people for having their opinion. Rather you Team Velvet or not Team Velvet, you cannot stop people from having their opinion, because a lot of people who's not Team Velvet has watched Velvet over the years. The victim became the victimizer. And you also can't get mad at somebody who feels sorry for her. You cannot get mad at somebody who feels sorry for her and support her, but you can't get mad at the people who don't support her neither. We seen her when she first got there. We know what went down. And then people who feel, okay, I understand. When you've been around others or your life been hurt, at some point you gotta make it about yourself. I say what the F I want, period. You right on, Tony. Exactly. Curtis, please. Whatever. But people, my particular panel, you can have whichever opinion you want, but and then I call it like I see it too. I call it exactly the way I see it. But this commentary, I'm not doing her commentary. I'm just listening. Y'all already heard it. The chat got the right to do that. So if I see something that Velvet says and it's not correct, I'm going to speak upon it. If she says something that's correct, I'm going to speak upon it. I'm not team nothing. I'm only team that baby. That baby that is there, I'm only team that baby. I'm only team baby Eddie and team Sunny baby. I'm about the innocent kids who did not ask to be born in this. I'm about the innocent children who did not ask to be brought in this mess. And nobody talks about them innocent children. Nobody. And then if you hear me say something about Velvet, you're going to hear me say something about Aya, Fufu, and I don't hold, all of them can get it. There's none of them exempt from none of their behaviors. None of them is exempt from their behaviors. All of them has traumatized innocent people. All of them. All of them have. Even though you got plenty of cults that exist out here, but let's not forget, while they was in this cult and they sat there and they gaslighted good people and recruited them in there, they get some blame too. They get some blame too. Because when you recruiting people, you telling them a bunch of lies. And what about them people that they recruited, went there, and now had to leave with the STD? And you knowing that you have one. You knowing that all of them have one, but you knew you recruited them. So we're not going to play. We're not going to play this game. We're not going to play this game at all. That's right, run. At the end of the day, if this man goes down, they're all going down as accessories. They have free insurance from the state. No excuse for not getting professional help. Well, we all are saying a little something. So what's the point? Yes, caller, and you're one of us. You said it. It's being complacent. Remember, Velvet said she never asked her to come. She chose. Then she became a recruiter. Exactly. So we could recall stuff too. And we also said we are against abuse. That's one thing everybody in this chat agree with. We are against abuse, and this channel definitely speaks on narcissism. This channel definitely speaks on narcissism. Yes, I do. Because the channel is about narcissism. But you got to call a spade, and you got to call a thing a thing. We don't call a spade, and we don't call a thing a thing. Exactly, Shrimp. That's what's eating her up right now. Not that abuse, it's all the things that she was an accessory to. Listen, I don't even care if they show paperwork. I don't care about their status. Their status is their status. We know they got something though. When you got babies that's not even having intercourse or nothing with you, babies that's just in your presence for a week and then come home with infections, how do you even get infections just from being around them? You get sick. Come on now. So we're going to get to the end of this. We're going to get to the end of this because this is just about finished. But I want to let you guys know I appreciate and I see every bit of your chat.
Abusive. You're being just like him when you're doing that to them. You're doing the same thing. And yes, I understand. Some of them done some stuff that's shameful that, I get it. But if they left and they're trying to be free, they're obviously trying to be better. Why not support them? And that's my biggest issue with a lot of people who have nothing but negative things to say.
And that is why we're having this panel tonight, because I couldn't take it anymore. I am, my moral compass just, I can't, like, I don't understand why people can't see past their own.
None of us are perfect. So when you point the fingers at them, you need to point the fingers at yourself, because all of us have done something or said something that wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is a case study for the ages. Once this is said and done, there's going to be people that are going to pull up these videos and study this man.
Absolutely.
And study.
I know that.
He ain't nothing to study. He's a regular narcissistic person.
And sociology classes.
Oh, absolutely.
Here you go. There's and so many, all the other channel holders out there that are also documenting. This is absolutely a case study, and it's like, hey, you want to live your life publicly in this way? Well, you're going to help people for generations to come. He thinks he's going to be a legend, but it's like,
for the wrong reasons.
Charles Manson thinks the same thing. I mean, David Koresh went down in infamy history. He's a legend too.
Jim Jones.
I mean, that's the legend of all legends. And this man convinced his own wife to drink the Kool-Aid too. So
sure did.
He didn't want to towards the end. His son was lucky enough to be away at a basketball game.
He sure was. I just seen an interview, an old interview with him on Oprah, and he was talking about, but had he been there, he probably would have drunk the Kool-Aid.
Exactly. No, yeah, but they didn't want to. He didn't want to, and they
he didn't want to.
Yeah, so it's like we gotta really understand that even the people there right now, they know deep down what's going on, and they need to, once they leave, I always ease up once they leave, because I'm like, yes, they left. Even if they go back, at least they left, because each time they leave,
they become stronger.
Less, exactly, and it's less likely for them to go back. Even if they do go back, it's more likely that they're going to leave again. So that's kind of how I look at it.
It's an abusive relationship. Same thing with people in abusive relationships. They'll leave, and then they'll come back. They'll leave. They'll come back, but eventually they're going to run. When they run, they're gone. So it's the same thing with them.
Absolutely. Yep. No, but thank you so much. We got a couple more people in the queue, but
absolutely let them come through. Thank you so much, T.
So much. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you participating and having the thoughts that you do have. You are a refreshing voice of reason, and you are appreciated here.
Thank you.
Have a
good night.
You too. She Slaughter, I saw your comment about, you haven't seen any hard proof. So what? That's my response. I'm sure the Nexium cult, the family members and the people that were aware of that cult on the outside were thinking the same thing. I don't see any proof of this, and I don't see any proof of that. I'm sure the Nuwapians felt, the people that were investigating the Nuwapians felt the same way. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? But the proof is always in the pudding. And that's why it's going to take a collective effort of ex-members, it's eyewitnesses. And, once they gather their strength, we're hoping that, it comes down to what it comes down to. But we also don't know what is going on the back end. He probably is being looked at this point. There's been so many people that have been working and moving behind the scenes, and there's certain things that deserve to be investigated at the very least, like Zoka's baby. Mama Dia was a different story because she was in Mexico. She was out of the country, so it was an international type of thing at that point. But you gotta realize that, and things take time, and just because you don't see it doesn't mean that it's not happening. We know exactly what's happening. So that's why we gotta kind of. You don't have to rally around the ex-members, but people like me and who kind of have the same sentiment that I do understand that it's important for them to feel empowered enough to do that, because his hold on them is still, they're still struggling with that. They're still struggling.
Star is okay.
How to lessen that hold and how to.
She got that Malaya too. Yeah, she does got that Malaya.
No matter if we think they're weak or not. Doesn't matter. They still have to find their strength, and they have to old members have to do it. Well, that is true, but they told on themselves. So like you said, where's the evidence? It's right there. They spoke on it. But it's a different matter when you're speaking on it on a video. And in that same vein, you also say, well, we're not going to the authorities. We police our own community, which is what Shaka said. And a lot of men have that, not a lot of men and a lot of women have that mindset. But once the shit hits the fan, they still have that video that they can reflect back on. So someone's going to speak on it. I have complete faith in that. And there's many eyewitnesses to that event. So there's the proof. That proof is in the pudding.
That is the end of her. That is the end of her. I used to like her before she joined the Il Nana Nation. Believe me, that's gonna be real. That's coming soon to a theater near you. None of the views and opinions stated in the chat reflects the host of the show and co-host. This is an open chat for people to speak freely as long as it's respectful. You're 100%. 100%. I was really hurt when the Terry went over there. When the Terry is not over there now, but she's gonna probably have the other interview tomorrow, the one where it went crazy on Bigo. So maybe when she uploaded, we will see that tomorrow. We're gonna see a couple of other things tomorrow. I'll keep you guys up with the tea, but I am not staying up with you guys at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. I am out of here. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I like to know I value all of you guys. Nateri is not going back. Nateri trying to go back. Nateri is not going back. And if she does, good luck to her. If she does, good luck to her. And I wish her the best. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your subscriptions. I'm out of here. Good night. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.